Yeah.
Cool.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's session of Vampire the Masquerade Chicago by Night. We are in session 18, The Mother. We will begin our exciting session tonight by introducing our coterie, starting with V.
Hey, I'm Phoebe. I play V, the coteries Banuha Kim, and the mother is clearly Joseph's mother.
I love my mom.
Hi, I'm Alex. I play Felix, the chaotic Ravnos, and it will be interesting to see what shakes out after this evening's events.
Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm playing Irene, the Lasombra of the coterie, and I'm just eager to see whether or not we made enemies of the sect we've all tried so hard to impress this entire time.
I'm Jack. I'm playing Joseph Martinez, House Kana, Tremere Primogen, the Prince's Warlock, and Seneschal of Thinbloods. And it's gonna be fine, Irene, because I'm here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I am Ethan, the storyteller of this chronicle. Again, I'm going to do a recap of what happened. A shorter one this time. If I miss anything, coterie, please remind me and everybody else, as per usual. And then we'll get straight into the game. So, our coterie began the session organising their haven to transfer to their new haven, as organised by the prince himself. Their ghouls all gathered amongst some tension between each other. Some of them do not see quite eye to eye on some matters. After being angered by Walter Nash sending a ghoul instead of himself, they went to track him down and engaged in combat with Balthazar, Walter Nash, and Mr. Lancaster at the Haven. Balthazar dealt significant damage to both Irene and Joseph before being vivisected by Irene's blade. Walter was rendered helpless by Irene's dominate, and his dominate washed over her, doing nothing. Mr. Lancaster brought a shroud of darkness down upon V and her ghoul, using the arms of Ahriman to pull Felix into the darkness. He badly injured V after threatening Irene to come with him before he fled. The coterie then infiltrated Lakeshore Hospital to spy on the Malkavians' meeting, where they learned that they exchange information. Sun also forces them to bare their souls using his dementation. During this, Felix and Joseph gave Balthazar's torpored body to Damien and then split up. Joseph met with Dawn Nakada and her agents David and Penny at their new haven. Felix is alone at the old haven, investigating. Who knows? We'll find out. Our coterie now have dangerous information and are playing with fire yet again. What will they do with this information? Let's find out. In this session, the mother. Beginning our story, most of our coterie begin this session injured heavily from the combat that they sustained earlier. Most of you might be physically impaired because of that damage you've sustained. Currently, we have, I believe, Felix, you are near the burnt down haven that you originally had. It's been taped off by police and such, and it seems that no one has come around to move or otherwise interact with the rubble that remains here. It is a freezing cold night. The snow is slowly falling down amongst this blackened, charred rubble, and painting it a beautiful white, as much as it can. All the rooftops around you are blanketed. It's like Christmas come early. Again, some people have started putting up lights. Some people have begun these things so early, this late August. The chunks of ice in Lake Michigan have been upheaved by the boats moving in and out, ploughing their way through and making space. You stand, the snow crunching underneath your boots and perhaps running down your long coat. Here, at this current moment, What would you like to do?
I think I kind of want to have a bit of a look around to see if anything's been disturbed recently.
Let's have intelligence investigation, please.
Not Felix being a dumbass.
Probably not, no.
That would never happen. Da, da, da.
While this is happening, I believe V and Irene, you are headed to the same location,
Yes.
Yeah, so
burnt
going back
down.
to
Haven.
not the burnt down one, the one that we
You were
fought
attacked by.
Balthazar and
Well, the
Mr.
Felix was at.
Lancaster.
Lovely.
Yes.
And Joseph is at the new Haven. We're at all the Havens. How many successes, Felix?
One.
One success. The snow is probably covered everything. If anyone had disturbed this place, if there are any footprints or anything, the snow has either melted and washed it away, or people trampling all over the place, moving their way through, have decimated any possibility of you finding information. And it's been so long as well since then. It's so difficult to find things. But even with one success, there definitely have been people amongst this rubble, whether they be kids playing around in it where they shouldn't be, or something else. Difficult to tell.
I think Felix would probably just go over to where obviously the Haven area was and just sift through some of the rubble to see if there's anything that survived.
Okay, let's get strength athletics, please, to shift and move these heavy
All the
beams
rolls.
and objects and things. Yes, it depends how much you can move.
2 successes.
2 successes. It's not too difficult to move a lot of these things. Some of them are a bit too heavy for you, but most of it isn't too bad. You can shift a couple of them around. You find some old plates and things that still have the same dirt on them that they used to when you used to live here so long ago. Other than that, you notice that there is exposed where underneath where you used to live is a sort of cellar, this stone staircase that leads downstairs that was once covered with all of these burnt down limbs of this building and have been shifted out of the way.
I think he'd probably be like, that's odd, and go down there and have a look around.
Very odd. Making your way down, you see an empty basement area that seems to be storing, perhaps it was a refrigerated area where they might store drinks or meats or anything really. And it's quite cold in this area, a bit colder than you would have expected it to be. But the room is empty as you stand at the very front of it. The dust has been disturbed, but you're not sure when or how long ago, who by.
Can I use my 1 dot in Animal Ken to see if I can recognize any like animal markings down here or anything?
It'll
Like, does it look like
be
animals have been hiding?
Wits survival for that.
Okay. That's actually better for me anyway.
Survival is to get trackings and find your way through urban jungles, etc., etc. Find a safe haven before the sun comes up.
3 successes.
3, lovely. You don't need much to recognize that nothing has been through here, except for perhaps one figure. There's big boot prints that are still sort of in here, that where some water has trickled down, maybe melted snow, and they form a boot print. And they go to the middle of the room, they stop, and they come straight back. Very strange. Not sure why someone would do this, specifically just this location, and why they would stop in the middle of the room as well.
I think at this point Felix would probably be thinking that he needs to get back to the Haven number 2 to meet up with Irene and V, because I think we were planning on meeting back there. So
Yeah, lovely. As you
like it.
head back, make a wits awareness check for me.
Oh my lord.
No.
Mm, love that check. That's
Never bodes well.
no. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
No.
What?
Oh my god. Messy critical 7 successes? Are you
Seven.
serious?
Shit.
Successes.
No in between, my boy.
7 successes. Your paranoia compulsion is going to engage you in this moment as you notice there's 2 people in big black coats staring at you from across the street. They seem to be talking amongst each other. One of them's holding a newspaper, and they are observing you quite carefully behind black glasses. Strange to see people wearing glasses that dark at night time.
Oh,
It's the Blues Brothers.
It's not the,
Not the
it's
Blues
not the
Brothers.
Blues, please. And
I can't recall if Felix was aware that First Light knew that this was a haven of ours.
I don't think anyone ever told Felix. Hunter knew
I
this,
don't
but
think
not
so.
Felix.
Yeah.
Would we have told him because of Robert?
no, would have like Robert and
Because that's
what's
where we
her
get
name?
attacked by
Catherine.
Robert.
If you guys think the coterie would have reasonably
I
explained it
don't
to
know if we
Felix.
would have said so.
I
First
don't-
Light knows where we live because one, we don't go there
Yeah.
anymore. So what is the point in them knowing?
Hmm.
Probably
No,
have to
let him-
explain the first light attack.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
probably would
just
have
said
said
Catherine
that we got.
hurt and
Yeah, Catherine got hurt. We got attacked by a werewolf. The werewolf was Robert,
no actual
and
connection.
Robert
to
used to be First Light. So
Yeah.
you can piece it together, but I
We
don't know.
never
We
explicitly
never said it
said.
explicitly.
You
Yeah.
have,
How many dots in intelligence do
you
you?
have your suspicions. They're just 2 people in
Yeah,
dark
that's just
coats
yeah.
across the road.
They've just got, sunglasses on at night. That's totally normal, right? Nothing to do with
Also-
dominate.
that's very ableist.
Yeah,
I'm so
of
sorry.
course, of course. In that case, I
What
think
would you like
Felix
to do?
would probably try and get behind the building and see if they try and follow him. Get out of sight and see if that makes them follow him or anything.
Duck into
How
an
are you
alleyway.
walking? That's what I want to know. Are you doing the over the shoulder
Mm-mm. He knows what's up. He's
Depends if you'd like.
he's
to,
not checking if they follow until he's out of sight.
Depends if you'd like to not be seen by them or just make your way out quickly.
No, I think he wants to see if they're actually following him
Okay.
because he's
Yeah.
paranoid now, right?
You are paranoid about
Sure.
it. One of them sees you. They look up. They sort of observe for a second. They talk to the other one, sort of smack them with the newspaper. The other one sort of almost wakes up as if they're half asleep and observes over your location. 2 of them sort of talk amongst each other. Instead of going towards you, they back away. They go away from you down a particular pathway down the road instead. They don't travel towards you.
Felix would follow.
Oh, they've done their research. They know who they're
Yeah.
coming for.
Okay, so
Holy
do you want to be subtle about following them in this case?
Yep.
Right. I'll need wits stealth in this case. As you're thinking quick, there's not much cover around this area as well. You'll need to be quick on your feet.
2 successes.
2 successes, you can still beat them. They're only human.
Wait, I'm gonna be a pain.
they have
Your
th-
paranoia thing's going off.
Yes, you are going against paranoia. You lose 2 dice. You're right.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jack.
Sorry
you're
about
correct.
it.
You're correct. Playing fair.
Let me re-roll this real quick.
Reroll them. It doesn't count. You need to. You lose 2 dice.
I get 2 successes still.
Two
Hell yeah.
successes still. Okay. They got 3. So.
Oh, can
on
I
your-
rouse?
I mean, you can if you want to. How hungry are you?
He's on 4.
Depends if you want to.
I want to.
Oh my.
I'm gonna hunger frenzy and eat them.
No.
Well, once you get to 5, you're
Yoink.
infected.
No successes. I actually do hunger frenzy. Or go to
Well,
5. Sorry.
go
Go
to
to 5. Now,
Yeah.
if you fail a rouse check from here, you will make a hunger frenzy
Yeah.
This is
test.
bad.
But your infection's gone. You have
Yep.
no
Hey.
blood in your body.
Empty of vitae. You have nothing in the tank.
True.
Nothing in.
Puts you on edge.
Hmm.
The beast is almost trying to take
It gives
over.
me 2 successes.
on top of your paranoia.
Like
Yeah.
added to, or just
Yeah, an
Added
additional
to,
2
so- okay.
successes.
So you got 4 in total.
cool?
Yeah, sure. You follow them. You mingle in and out behind trash cans, behind cars, anything you can get behind. Even pretending to talk to people who might be on the street or etc. They don't really look back. They don't seem to know. Some of them occasionally look back, but you already darted into an alleyway by the time that happens. You follow them for a couple of minutes. They twist and turn their way through until they make their way to this side alleyway where there is this large truck van almost. It's got like 6 wheels on it, huge armored vehicle. And as they sort of make their way to the side, they tap on the side. The door lifts up, opens, and they step inside.
Felix
greeted-
runs. Felix is gone. We out.
You want to flee the area?
Yeah.
Okay, very well. I'm going to need another wit stealth
Ah!
to flee this area.
And if this goes poorly,
How could this possibly go
guess
wrong?
where the nearest source of blood is.
One bestial failure.
Oh fuck!
Bestial failure. Yeah. There's this hum as the armored vehicle whirs to life. Starts to drive out of the area. It's driving really slowly across the side of the down towards you. Nobody's fired any shots. Nobody's pointing and shouting. They're not driving aggressively. With a bestial failure, I'm going to need you to make a Rot Shrek frenzy check. As
my
your
God.
paranoia goes even further to fear that these things, whoever they are, might be tracking you, might have contacted you somehow. Whoever they are, might be on top of you at this point.
And it's just against willpower, isn't it?
Well, it's
However
it's
much
just
you have
willpower
back.
roll.
Yeah.
Rotrek, it'll be difficulty 3.
Oh my god.
I don't think you get anything from your humanity.
I get
Just
4.
6.
4 successes. You manage to bite your tongue in this moment. Keep yourself calm for a brief second. And stay still for a moment in the alleyway as they pass by slowly with this car. You can see the sort of radar dish on the top of it that sort of seems to be scanning the area, and it sort of slowly heads your way, and then it stops, turns back the other way, stops, it seems to slowly be honing in on something. You are deathly afraid at this moment, paranoid. What would you like to do?
I want to get the hell out of there.
You'll need another with stealth check
Oh my god.
to escape this thing. What you do notice as well as your pause in the alleyway watching it pass is this big spray painted symbol across the side, this snake coiled up that is this sort of deep blue coiled up over this
2
sort of
successes.
a star behind it, a golden star. 2 successes. Let's see what
Found the Church of Set.
Let's see what
No.
their
They found
Yeah.
you. Get in.
I hope.
Let's see what their technology roll does. 4. So you hear this ping actually go off in this moment. You run down the alleyway, twisting, turning, smashing against things. That's when you hear the rev of the engine as this vehicle kicks into life, starts digging through the snow, turning around, and this satellite dish seems to almost follow you in a certain way.
I hate it here.
It's tech.
It
Yeah.
drives
Tech.
through, speeding along, so almost like cutting you off. Every direction you go, it seems to be cutting you off. You have to think, now that it's got you, you can't evade this thing unless you do something.
Can I use
about it.
multi-level bookkeeping and use Joseph's by
Don't touch
one
my
sheet.
things. Someone pull up the VOD of last session where I screamed at the top of my lungs for him not to do this. Sir, these are the ramifications of your actions.
It is
You're
up to,
gonna have more Ravnos because they're about to fucking pump you full of someone else's blood.
It's up to
God.
Joseph, our Tremere, if he can.
Are
do
there
something
other
to-
ways that you can solve this without using?
Have a think. Well, Coterie, you can weigh in on this situation as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Please.
Because you got away from them before
Adam.
simply by knowing First Light stuff. Remember?
I was
But
about
they've
to
locked
say, does
on
my
you
dot
now.
give me anything? Probably not.
Well, you probably should
wanna-
have used it before they locked onto you.
You can analyze that
I don't-
technology perhaps and understand why it's tracking you if you wanted to make an intelligence first light check. I will also allow technology instead.
I do have. Is it security? Because I also have an
No,
emphasis in
It's
that.
not
Okay.
security, it is vampire
Intelligence
hunting tools.
technology.
Intelligence technology or intelligence first light.
Ooh, how can I fool this? That's what we want to know.
You can get a general
it's
Oh,
first,
idea.
Like
Like,
Capone
stuff-
gang.
What was that?
It's
Beast?
all
Lol.
about the phone gang.
I get 2 successes and a bestial failure.
2 successes. It's not a bestial failure because you're not going against anything. Some successes count. This could be tracking you in a variety of ways: body temperature, heart rate,
Or lack thereof.
yeah, lack
Mm.
thereof.
Mm.
Exactly right. Even just
Movement.
movements, different things. It's just everything that doesn't make you human is different ways that this thing can track you, essentially. So it's difficult. With 2 successes, you're not quite sure how it's tracking you, but you know that you might be able to fool it. It's just going to be tricky.
My thought is, I think now's a really good time to play into your like con man angle, because if there is any semblance of people or a building around, and you can get inside, like Blush of Life, get amongst other people, and be like, "Hey, I'm your best friend."
It's a me. Yeah.
It's a me. Are there people around? Because I
Too
feel like
cold.
this part of that's
It's
what I
too cold
thought.
to be outside, but you can break into
Are
places.
you near like a cafe or well?
But
it's
if they're
night-
following,
A
like
bar.
a bar, yeah.
vampire-y things,
Yeah, so
could I
Blush
use
of
my
Life.
Could I use my unliving hive to like make more signals to like scramble it so they get confused by it?
Ghouls don't have the
Ghouls are
same
still alive.
physiology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like body
Yeah.
Also,
temperatures,
they're like
not dead.
this big.
heartbeats.
There's the babies.
They're moths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it is doing like body heat and stuff, it will see a whole bunch of random dots come
Yeah,
up
that's
on
what you need
board.
to do when trying to break away. That would be in addition to jumping into a building somewhere that's
Building.
open.
Hmm.
You could try
I'm-
your luck in the sewers and
I feel
Yes,
I
look
was
into the
thinking more the
sewer.
sewers.
lab
Like
work stuff.
that's what I was thinking of when I was like
You're
fires and
not very
floods.
strong, though. Oh no,
No.
we're kindred, so we're a little bit stronger than the regular person. So you
Correct.
getting the thing off the sewer cap. won't
Oh,
be
he's
too
got
hard.
2 dots in strength. He could do it.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe into the
Um,
sewers then.
Yeah, because you can't take the whole damn truck down there.
No,
Yeah,
they
you
won't be able to
also-
scan you in the sewers like
Also,
that.
Blush of Life down there, so that you can hide amongst the heat of human excrement.
Oh no, ew.
Oh my
Not
Do you
the
want to
God.
live?
Not
Do
the
you
poop.
want
No.
to live?
No, he would absolutely take to the sewers. He's been down there a few times
I'm gonna
already.
try
So.
and find a manual
Also,
or something to get
Be
in.
Also,
very
call
careful.
someone.
Using Unliving Hive requires a rouse check, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Oh shit, yeah.
Be
Mm-hmm.
careful.
Yeah, it's not a first level. Most
It's
things
true.
don't
Do you
first
have the
level
Week
use
of Night
rouse.
No,
thing where
he
you
has-
immediately reduce?
He has Bond Familius, which is first level, and Unliving Hive just changes that so that you can have, it expands what you can take
What does it
for
say
your
on the
Familius.
amalgam?
This is a good question.
Also,
It's
do you
not
have
on
the
the
Week of
office.
Nightmares thing where you reduce your hunger?
Not at that level.
Okay, got it. Just checking.
Yeah.
Damn.
You little.
Where-
It's about the problem solving, baby.
I mean, in the
So,
meantime, this might take a while to.
What are you looking for?
Unliving
Unliving
Hive.
Hive.
Yeah, it expands.
No additional cost. Yeah.
Upon Bond Familis and
Which also doesn't have a cost.
Whispers. Well, you can do them for free on your Familis.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How many
Yes.
families are you allowed?
one. You only have. Well, you can only. Well, it's.
Well, if you've got a
What
hive,
about what about Dante?
it's got to be lots.
Dante's just me cat.
Oh,
I don't really use him.
It's a
But
nice
not-
pet.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And I
was
thought it was
"That's
blood
your
potency
familiar."
related. How many
might be.
famulus you can
I
have?
believe
I
Bond
think
Familis
it's
is,
the usual.
You need to feed the user's blood on 3 separate nights.
And then it's just free, basically, I think.
It doesn't
That's
specify.
pretty good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't specify that you can only have one. So
It's normally the
Blood- it
amount
says when
up
blood,
to your
body,
blood potency.
yeah.
But you can have
it's
one for
two.
free if you have Bond Familis.
Yep.
So
Mm.
they count as a ghoul, but it's like an extra free one.
Yep.
You can only normally have one, though. Yeah.
Nice.
Unless you have Animalism
More
5, where you
ghouls.
have like the
Regard-
massive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, how are you going to deal with this situation?
Yeah, so I think definitely into the sewers is the best.
With an unliving hive smoke bomb, right?
Yeah.
Just like, "Whoa."
Well, it's from his back, so flicking out at the thing, all the moths come out, and then Blush of Life, and then run.
All
Ooh,
right.
I
Blush of Life
mean,
might be
I don't
risky.
know if Blush of Life would actually help because that would give them a heat signature to track.
Hmm.
If
Sewers
anything,
are warm, aren't they? If you're a
not.
cold thing in a warm place.
I don't think they particularly are in Chicago. Like they're not kept heated or anything. So if it's cold, it's
Oh.
cold.
I don't know. I'm a storyteller.
Mhm.
I don't know enough about sewer
Oh,
systems
sewers.
in America.
Chicago during this time of the year is so freaking cold. Doesn't matter if they were heated; they would be freezing down there.
Okay,
Mm.
cool. Perfect.
The snow is falling down into the sewers.
Ooh, true. Disgusting.
So,
Yeah.
if you are going to make a dash for the sewers using your unliving hive to try and scramble the signal,
Mhm.
so you're going to try and trick the technology with this. Okay.
Yup.
Pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Have them attack the thingy.
Are you just dashing for it, or are you trying to?
I'm trying to not make it obvious where I've gone because that
I'll
seems
need another
sensible.
wits stealth check against their technology scan.
Good luck, my man. Good luck.
What could possibly?
Stop that.
Peaceful failure.
Please, no.
Oh my god! 4 success.
Yep.
Wait, no, more than 4. That's
Holy
that's
crap.
that's a lot of success. There's 3 crits in there.
How? How?
Messy
Oh.
crit.
Yeah,
Messy
messy
crit.
crit.
Ah,
Yep.
lovely.
Thank
So
you,
that's
Karen.
6. I'm already paranoid.
Messy critical.
Yeah.
10,
Um,
10, 2, 9, 10.
Yummy.
Highway to the danger zone.
You are going to roll composure resolve for me.
Love an
Rav-
omnipresent composure.
Just roll me.
As a
I
Ravnos,
got
you-
3 successes
Okay.
and a bestial failure.
as a Ravnos, you pride your freedom above many others, and the fact that you are running and having to hide is actually going to give you an aggravated willpower damage, as it hurts your psyche to run and hide and lose that freedom from these things. However, you manage to slip into the sewers quickly and avoid the machine as it plows over where you used to be. You can hear the treads on these making their way through. And you manage to evade it through the sewers, looping your way back around to your vehicle and escaping back to the original haven. While this is happening, Irene and V, what are you two doing? You've made it back.
Enjoying a pleasant drive.
You
Not
imagine V is
in
driving.
Chicago, not at this time of year. Don't you lie to me.
V is driving. if you don't want to, do you want to have any discussion about what you discovered here?
Where's Walter now? Is he just in the back of our car?
Yeah,
At the
he's
moment?
next to
Yeah.
me. I'm
Yeah, cool.
giving him a
Uh,
cuddle, making sure he doesn't go anywhere. Or
Sure.
yeah. Oi, oi, oi.
Yep.
I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect them to be doing that.
Yeah, the fact that it's not some like ritual circle of sacrificing is shocking. It's
I was
quite literally
expecting
shocking.
it to be a ritual circle of sacrificing. That would have been less surprising than.
Like I was expecting some abyss stuff and some, shadows and shit, but no, it was just a gab fest.
Yep.
A very dangerous gab fest, but a gab fest nonetheless.
Yeah, we have to be really careful now that we know all this stuff.
Yeah, looks pointedly at Walter.
Walter has gone limp at this current moment as you're driving. His
That's
eyes are closed
for
and
the
he's
best.
flopped back onto the chair.
You're right, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I think it was a bit much for the man.
We'll have to do some R&R after this, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that we need to deal with this quickly rather than slowly for the first thing, because the longer we hold on to this ourselves, the more it can fester and be suspicious as to why we know this stuff and haven't told anyone.
Yeah. I just don't want to rush into anything because he is a primogen and
Yep.
he's clearly got an entire meeting room full of people behind him, not excluding the people he's blackmailed and everyone else. We've just got to be really careful about how we go about this information. Like, not too quickly, but also, yeah, if we take our time too much, it could affect us either.
It's a really fine line. And I don't know how many of those people in that room were actually genuinely behind him, given what we saw. It's clear that they were doing some stuff.
Yeah, but clearly no one's ever stood up to him because, gosh,
No, I wonder why.
that was freaking brutal. And I wasn't even close enough to see their faces or anything, but I can just imagine.
Yeah. I don't know. But just that and everything that happened earlier as well. I just hope that the fact that we actually got Balthazar will
Yeah.
alleviate the fact that all of that happened out the front of our place.
Yeah, I hope so. And yeah, the Lancasters seems like he's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
As I think we both know that.
Yeah, Joseph said that he wants Tally, but he's not game enough to just go straight for him. So
What is it with these fucking kindred?
I don't know.
Always good. No one's direct at all.
Yeah,
Could
you'd
involve
expect
everyone
somebody
else.
like him, of all people, to be direct, but really he has some ultimatum going on in his head, one that I'm not really sure I want to know too much about.
Yeah, don't blame you.
I just think that with all of the strange, like, folkloric imagery that Joseph saw, the Peter Pan stuff, and now this, these group of people, the nihilists, I don't know who they are. I don't know why they act as a group when they seem to be so disjointed individually, but the fact they know who we are is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, they kind of give me Lord of the Flies kind of vibes. Where, like,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of outsiders who kind of just don't feel like chaos and shit has just formed them into listening to the one guy crazy enough to do shit.
Yeah, and they'll have their own agendas,
one-
but only when they're not together.
Yeah, yeah. As a group, it's just fucking do whatever this one-eyed K says. No individual morals at all.
Is
Yeah, which makes me think that if you get rid of him, then it'll be a lot harder for them to work together.
Yeah, Irene, I'm gonna be honest with you. My to kill list is getting quite long at this point.
Me too. I think it's a part of being so closely tied with the Camarilla. We just do things and things happen, and it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
I don't like it very much, but I guess we have to do it, don't we?
do either of you call or contact anyone else in the coterie while you're driving, or are you simply going to meet up with Felix first?
I cannot.
I'm also driving. And
Okay.
I think V is assuming that they're probably in the New Haven or doing something and don't want Dawn to overhear anything we say. So
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll meet at the-
After some
Trying to connect to
time,
the Bluetooth, and it's just like super bad feedback. You know what? I'm just gonna call you back.
after some time, you make your way back, and you see Felix has arrived before you at the old haven.
Stinky.
Bit worse
Better
for wear,
early.
indeed. Bit agitated, perhaps. The beast is still at the forefront. Your compulsion is over, as this scene is over.
You look drowned.
You look worse than when we left you.
If that were at all possible, yes. It's been an interesting night, let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say.
But at least Balthazar made his way over to Damien without too many troubles. But
That's
Good to know.
Joseph is setting up shop at the new place, I believe. I swung by the old haven briefly
Oh, yeah?
Did you?
just to
That's
have a
cool.
look. Yeah, it seemed like someone had gone into the basement there. It was really weird. They just like walked in there and stopped and then turned around and left. It was kind of an
Strange.
odd place. I
What
didn't
on
even
earth
know
would
there
that
was
have
a
been?
yeah. I didn't even know there was a basement there. So
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think we ever went in the basement when we lived there.
No, we were
But,
upstairs.
it is being watched though, just in case you weren't aware. I ran into some First Light. I noticed them
No?
watching me from
Great.
across the street.
Yeah,
And
Did you see where they went?
they had a massive surveillance vehicle around the corner and they pinged me and almost caught me.
oh shit. Yeah, you don't have any anti-technology shit, do you?
No, and I don't really understand how they managed to pick us up, but maybe
Well, they
that's something
have
we can look
things
into.
that
First Light's
can
tech.
track our body temperature and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Apparently.
But
Cool.
I gave them the slip through the
Cool.
sewers, hence.
Ah,
Mm.
well, yeah, when we get to the new place, you might want to take a shower.
Is that our next location? Heading to the new, gathering our things and heading to the new place.
We've still
Yes.
got Walter in the car.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
I would
there
just
are
like to
things
mention.
discuss.
Should we
How
drop
did
him
things
off
go at the
here?
hospital?
Very interesting. though. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
on the way.
Yeah.
Is he coming with us? I don't particularly want him to know where we're living now.
Yeah, don't want him to know where we're living, but I don't want to leave him to his own devices.
Oh, has he become a liability?
He learned a lot
Hmm.
of shit.
Oh.
We learned a lot of shit, but he was also there to hear it. You don't have the, like, forget. No, it's probably been too long for forget.
Maybe we should just,
Is there like a dominate that shut
blindfold
up?
him?
It is, but I don't know it.
The shut up dominate? Oh, crap.
Just shove some socks in his mouth and blindfold him, I guess.
We could just leave him in the trunk. Just put him.
Yeah.
He's kind of a bit out of it at the moment, so we tie him up,
can
put him in the trunk, leave him there
keep
for a
him-
couple of days.
Here for a while because
I mean, you could just stake him.
he
have a
actually
stake on
won't
you?
get away from any of us if we just keep him close by. We could
Staking him
stake
safer. If you're really that worried about him, he won't be able to find out where our place is either if he's,
Hmm.
Yeah.
He clearly
Uh,
told Lancaster and Balthazar where we live.
Yeah, that little shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's dumb, but I didn't think he was that.
You've met him. You know
I'm-
he's that fucking dumb.
We found out more shit about him as well. He is
Oh?
scum of the earth.
I mean,
Even more
We-
than yeah.
How? How much lower can you sink? Like, he's already
I
subterranean.
don't know. The bar is on the floor, and yet it keeps getting lower.
Hmm. So it sounds like he needs to be staked. That's
Yeah.
what I'm getting.
Sure.
Got a steak on you?
I don't.
Currently fresh out.
There might be one inside, or I mean, Lancaster smashed up the place pretty bad, so maybe we can
Chair leg,
rip off a
maybe?
chair leg. Yeah, exactly.
Certainly. I find myself
Okay.
fresh out of steaks. I've been using them quite a bit lately. Strange
Funny
what
that.
happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, how you doing? You look a bit.
I am ravenous. I could. Well,
Me
no,
too.
Perhaps we should set up something here to keep an eye on the place, see if anyone comes back. I mean, it seems like our other place was under observation. It wouldn't be surprising if this one was either.
Do you want to set one of your ghouls on them? I still can't contact.
Or even just get them to set up a camera or something.
Catherine's following us too. But
Oh, she'd be perfect to set up something then. Just to
Hmm.
keep an eye on who comes around again.
See if Lancaster tries his luck again. He doesn't know we're moving.
I don't want to
No.
put my ghouls in danger. Lancaster's
Well,
very dangerous.
Technology doesn't put them in danger in a
It's
sense.
true.
So
Doesn't
he is
put
a little
anyone in
sombra.
danger. Well, that tells us something if it stops working, doesn't it?
If it stops working, then be like, oh shit. Oh
Mm.
god. Yeah, I'm gonna just go inside and grab a steak.
Yeah.
Well, not a steak, grab a
You do
chair.
that.
Grab a chair.
The broken
Well,
table.
There is a table that you were
Yeah.
smashed through, and a lot
Yeah.
of chairs have
Can I
been smashed
Take the
through.
chair while I go.
You certainly can. Whether
Improvised
it'll
steaks.
fully work, you're not quite sure. It's pretty dingy, but hey, it's the best you got right now. You don't have that good stuff that
My
Josephine
sweet,
has.
sweet ghoul has, yeah.
The efficient stuff. So it may or may not work.
Anyone got any dots in craft?
You do.
Well,
Yeah, I think you're the
I know.
only one that does.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
I am a
my
crafty.
god, it really is just the backbone of this fucking code.
Everyone else has the important physical
wanna
traits,
say
like
that
beating
again?
people up.
Oh.
You can certainly try with it, but whether it will
Yeah.
be effective or efficient enough, who knows?
It's worth a try.
Jam it
It's
in
always
harder.
worth
If
a
it
try.
if it
Yeah,
doesn't
if it
work
doesn't
once,
work the
just
first
keep
time,
going.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
You're gonna try and stake him?
Yes, please.
All right.
That'd be a.
I mean,
It
Irene,
is
do you
a
want to hold him?
strength Melee difficulty.
Melee.
stakes.
Ooh, I can do
You
melee.
also get a
I
negative
have
2 to stake
a
someone
really
else's
high
full
dice
shot.
pool if you need help.
Give it to Irene.
Yeah, I
I
might
can-
give it to Irene. I've got good melee, but my strength is 2.
I can give you an assist dot by helping restrain him.
All of you hold
Sure.
hands around this piece of wood. All people.
I'll activate potence as well to make sure I succeed.
Make
Oh,
a
damn.
rouse check.
Succeed, luckily, because I'm very hungry at the moment.
I mean, just take a sip out of Walter while he's asleep. It'll be fine.
Oh,
And what hunger are we all at? I think we're in a very
I'm at
hungry
4.
boat.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Remember
not a good.
the last time you tried to
Diablery
feed
time.
from an unconscious kindred?
Yeah.
No.
You being hunter?
Yes,
No.
Felix hasn't done that yet.
I knew.
Thank
I don't know
God.
what you're talking about.
8 successes.
8
Ooh.
successes. Okie dokie.
I can willpower if I need to.
You don't need to. No, you do not need to.
Also, if
How far are you
Walter-
trying to stab it through? Like to the other side?
Yeah.
I'm completely okay.
It goes through his chest, It seems to damage him. Whether it's in deep enough or not, you're not quite sure, though. But it is punctured. It's very
Is he
resistant. The
moving?
skin is very tough. Well, he only moves with a lurch as it goes through.
Ooh.
He smells kind of good. I hate it.
Yeah,
Also-
but you know where
Don't-
he's been.
Yeah, you know exactly who he is and where he's been. Don't even.
Any
Thanks.
tech that's on him means that he can't communicate to anyone, even if he does try to do anything.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll rifle through his pockets.
He has an old wallet and an old flip phone.
I will have both of those.
Very well.
And then, yeah, just shove him in the boot, close the door.
Mhm.
Okay. And would our coterie now like to go to the New Haven?
I guess, yeah.
Yes, I think
Um,
so.
Felix. Ooh, I was going to ask you to drive, but you weren't in any condition to drive currently.
No. Agitated, hungry kindred at the wheel.
Should
is
we
not
stop for
someone-
something to eat first?
Yes, you should. Hi,
Mhm.
Dawn. Where's Dawn? We ate her.
No.
I am
Soul.
very hungry. I don't trust myself with another being at the moment. I think I need to go and get some blood bags.
Yeah,
You
don't.
all-
We had this discussion, I think, last week. You've used up
Mhm.
all your resources to get blood bags, and you had
You
to
You got an
scrounge for
infection
plasma.
from the
You
last
got infected
one.
last time. So you can,
Felix.
again, make a check, but the increased
Yeah.
chance of getting bad stuff is higher now. Your demand on the market has
Oh.
suffered this month quite badly.
How about you go feeding with Irene?
Yeah.
Have
I
someone
would
that
be
can-
interested to see how you do it.
Better than me.
It's extremely easy for me. Come on, it'll be really easy if you come with me too.
Okay.
I'll
It'll
drop
be
you
fun.
off somewhere.
This is
Yeah.
character growth.
Where
This
would
is
you
so
like
important.
to go?
We're
The
gonna
fact
go
that
to
it's just-
church together and we're gonna feed.
Oh my lord.
Church.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, V
Mhm.
drives you both to the church, and Irene, it's up to you where you take Felix and how you would like to
Mm.
feed in this scene.
Mm.
No one's ever gone
Okay.
to church with you before.
No, this
Mm.
is exciting. Okay,
So why are we here exactly?
because this is where I feed Felix.
Have fun, guys.
I'll point out Father Paul to him, and this is the one you'll feed on. I'll go up to Father Paul and I'll say, you're gonna go for a walk into the back room with my friend here. And
you using
I'm gonna
dominant?
mesmerize him. Yeah.
You've used it against him so much that he will
Yeah.
resist. He has just a normal human dice pool though, so it's not much,
Yeah.
but it is something.
You're breaking this poor man's brain.
That's the plan.
That's the La Sombra way. This is my unofficial ghoul.
Yeah.
Not Google.
It's like
I don't
an
give him anything.
anti-ghoul kind
Yeah.
of.
The
Anti-ghoul.
I-
Yeah, he got one. Incredible.
Mhm.
He's so
His name's
broken
Porcelain
by this.
Patrick.
Porcelain Patrick. He immediately nods his head, whimpers a little bit, and makes his way to the back room.
Yeah. Felix, just
Uh,
go into the back room. You can take what you need from him. Just don't kill him, and don't take too much either, please.
You should
Irene, you
leave
know
her.
the
Um,
history they have. You have to go with him.
I think you should.
yeah.
I'm quite
Irene
hungry at the
would know
moment. I
better.
think you. Yeah.
The amount of
Would you-
times we've described going into bathrooms. and
Yes.
just-
Every time
Take-
you've gone into a small room with another human, it's ended in a masturbate
You have a
breach.
choice.
I can't believe I have to supervise you.
You have
to
Really?
supervise.
You have a choice here, Irene. You can take Felix to your touchstone. You can take Felix downstairs, and he can cash in on your herd points this time instead of yourself.
All right.
You're also hungry, though, aren't you?
I am.
You have a fair
Yeah.
few points in herd, though, don't you?
I have 4 points. In
That's
that.
heaps of people.
Yeah.
Like 1 dot is like 1 to 3 people. Like 4,
Yeah.
I think, is like over 20.
Yeah.
Like a church.
Yeah, you have
Correct.
ample people to feed your entire coterie once a month, fully. Obviously
Yes.
not down below 1, but
I just
Easily.
need 2 dots.
Alright.
Just so I'm not level fucking 5, and I'll murder someone if I do. That's the problem. That's the fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we're in the back room already, I will take 2 points from Paul.
very well. What's your hunger at?
It is at 4 at the moment,
You will need to make a hunger frenzy check
certainly.
as you taste vitae.
Mm-hmm. Willpower, right?
Yes,
At least, yeah.
that's all right. Every
Um,
frenzy is willpower.
4 successes.
Yeah, you are fine. You have complete
Great.
control, and this is the way that you've done it every single time. You kick into this repetitious state, and you make sure it's not pleasurable for him
Mhm.
either. You make sure it's painful,
Yeah.
and you slake 2 hunger. Do you take Felix
Okay.
downstairs, or do you bring
Yeah,
some
I
people
will.
up instead?
Is it
I
the
don't really
lane?
want to take Felix downstairs.
Come on, it'll be fine.
I guess
I'd
it's
love
late
to
at
see your
it's late at
church.
night now. You
Irene's just like, 1 sec. She comes up with 8 different people. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
What's your
Fuck.
flavor?
yeah, I have 2 of each. I actually will be like, Felix, just wait here, please. There's nobody in the church at the moment since it's almost dawn.
Mhm.
I will go down and bring up. I think it will be 8 people, 2 of each resonance,
God.
basically.
Yeah.
Jeez, I
If
love
you
it.
can
Mhm.
request resonances. More people
Yeah.
have actually started to flock in ever since your last Sunday service as well. So there's more people than you expected there to be.
Mm.
There's probably about
Okay.
16, 17 people down there. Half of them
Lovely.
willing, like as soon as you arrive, they start bowing and, talking to you as normal people do. They all seem just normal people. Some of them are in fancy dress. Some of them are in just business suits. Some of them are just in jeans and a hoodie. And 8 of them make their way back up with you to this sort of back section of the church, which is a bit more empty than the rest. Felix, you
Yeah.
see Irene sort of make her way out. She stands there, and then 8 people, one after the other, file out, organizing themselves in resonance, and all
Mhm.
hold out their hands for you and say, "Please, if it's what she wants."
That's insane.
Oh,
Irene,
Yes, darling.
is there something that I've been missing?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
This is why feeding's so easy.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be difficult, you know.
Oh.
What's your preferred type?
Some of them shuffle in anticipation.
I don't mind a bit of melancholy,
Mm,
but
well,
I prefer to steer away from the women and children. Try
okay.
not to give them too hard a time.
Absolutely. Well, I just met Henry here. He's quite a wealthy businessman, and he is of the resonance.
Oh,
More
nice
than
to meet you,
willing, as you
Henry.
can see.
Like a puppy dog with having its name called, he shuffles forward excitedly, like it's his turn, and holds out his hands in front of you, Irene, and Felix, eager to give a part of himself to you.
Oh dear.
Don't let it weigh on your conscience. They want this.
I can see that. I guess Felix will feed.
As you bite in, it's a pleasurable experience for the man as you take part of his resonance out of his blood, in fact, leaving him with nothing left, emptying him, which you see, Irene, is very satisfying. The nothingness that flows into their blood now is what they craved. It is not the bite itself, but the loss of emotion, of resonance is what they're here for.
I see.
You gain melancholy resonance at this moment.
Love it.
It empowers your blood. Your obfuscate abilities get an extra dice when you roll them. You can
Lovely.
slake
And
2 points of hunger.
Just stay away from the tap.
Does he need to frenzy roll?
Yes,
I
you
did.
do.
Oh,
I rolled 2
I
successes.
believe that's a failure. At
Yeah.
5 hunger.
Oh no.
At
Standing in this
5
lovely church
hunger,
is
the difficulty is
embarrassing.
4. You cannot
Mhm.
stop feeding. Irene, you can see it as his fangs
Pull
come out
Felix
fully
off,
and
please.
I will.
goes to bite in further, which frightens Henry at this moment.
Yeah, I'll pull him off.
Yep. It's now Felix is going to remain in a hunger frenzy until he hits hunger 1,
Mm-hmm.
as hunger frenzies tend to be. So he is thrashing, writhing, going for anything that's closest to him with blood. Some people sort of look at each other and wonder what's happening. Henry sort of holds his arm, which is bleeding, and he says, "No, it's fine. It's fine." He
Give
sort of-
me your arm, darling. I'll lick it.
Of course.
Close.
Yeah, and you lick it closed and it cleans up. He immediately
Mhm.
pulls out a handkerchief, starts wiping the blood off like he's been trained to do. Alcohol gets rid of it quite quickly.
I'll say to the rest of them, thank you so much for coming up. Now, if one of you could do me the honor of going downstairs and getting a bowl or something of just blood that you've poured inside and bring it up here to me, please.
An eager young woman says, "Of course, at once," and
Thank
starts hustling everyone downstairs quickly. It only takes a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes, before you come back up, and there's this bowl thick of vitae, almost still steaming, and people have wrapped their arms up, as everyone seems very eager to contribute to this.
I'll just throw his head down into that bowl. It's very unceremonious. And as he's drinking, I'll go around to each of the people who have contributed and lick their wounds closed individually.
Yes, can I get a check from you, Irene?
Certainly.
Can I get charisma etiquette?
Yeah, sure. Not bad.
I'll even accept performance as well, whatever's
Okay.
better in
Sure.
this moment.
Do I want to be a problem right now?
No.
Okay.
Stop this.
I'm sorry, are there any women amongst these people?
Absolutely.
Because we learned recently that,
Yes,
that
absolutely.
Felix has a prey exclusion.
I have not forgotten. You're right ahead of me.
I knew as well.
I've already
Yeah.
What?
thought
I
of
think
this.
we
I don't
all-
know this. I got 5 successes. It's a regular crit.
You are a goddess amongst these men and women, blessing them with your touch. To have your fangs so close to them is to bring them close to ecstasy in that moment. They shudder as you touch them in this moment, and your nothingness spreads into them. You have devotees for life. You can feel it.
They
Cult
love you.
leader.
They really love you. Yeah, cult leader is right.
Now, Felix, you
It
can
makes me feel less angry.
slake yourself down to hunger 1.
Mm-hmm.
You
And take willpower damage.
yes,
I
you're going to take a superficial willpower damage to feed on this.
Oof. I think Felix coming out of would be like repulsed by the way that he's acted and just like apologize profusely to everyone
out.
there. I'm so sorry. And he will just like he will flee from in front of Irene because he's absolutely just appalled with himself.
It reminds you perhaps of one of those old Victorian paintings you'd seen a long time ago of, you know, God and his angels against the devil, and you feel like the devil in that moment as they all look astonished with Irene and devoted, and Irene standing amongst them almost angelically. And so you flee the scene, head back to the car. I imagine slamming yourself into the vehicle quite quickly.
Oh, V was sitting on top of the boot, just sitting there, looking through Mr. Walsh's phone, just writing down names just to make sure all these people are still alive
Mm-hmm.
for later.
Yeah.
Just-
Nice.
Is 1IK in there at all?
That's a
lot
good
of
question.
calls from-
Is
no, a
the
lot of
name
calls
one
from
okay?
Just numbers.
A lot
I'll
of
look
burn.
into that later. She just writes it down in her notebook. You good, Felix?
I hate being in those kinds of situations. There's a reason I drink from bags.
Yeah, it's not good. I'll get in the car. I'm sure we'll leave soon. Just
Also, I believe your whole
catch you on the
face
back.
is blood. Is that correct?
Oh god.
Need to
No, he's
clean yourself up in the mirror of the car.
Yeah.
Irene, what do you do in this moment? I imagine you feed as well.
I only need to slake one more point
You
from
can take it if you
somebody
want.
that
People are
hasn't.
very
Yeah.
that
you can finish off the bowl.
young woman is super
I do
eager,
not drink from bowls.
Bowls are
super
great.
eager to give you her blood and to prove that she's someone important.
Yes.
She's the first in line.
hmm
You-
Awesome. Well, I'll take it from her.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
She has. Let me find this. I always get mixed up with these, so you have to excuse me. She
Me too.
has a very choleric blood,
Okay.
very passionate.
My favorite kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, your
I like it.
potence,
Yeah.
the rest of the, as long as you hold this in your
Nice.
blood, gets an extra
Mhm.
dice.
Awesome. Well, I'll just thank you so much for that, and I'm sorry about him. Please go back to praying together, and I'll be here again for Sunday's ritual, as we've planned for.
She can't stop talking, but eventually she does let you go as you take your own leave, and she leads everybody back downstairs. They clean up everything for you. Everything is organized nicely. They've all wrapped up their hands. They've all made this happen for you.
Yeah.
And you return back to the car. I imagine now we head to the Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I believe I described it as like, I guess almost Hollywood-esque. It is a 2-story large white building that has this big circular driveway on a hill that goes up and down and has those fake palm trees on either side. It has a swimming pool, and I believe I said it had tennis court as well.
Tennis
It's quite
court,
a
yeah.
large
Morgan Mansion.
yeah, and it's on a hill that overlooks the rest of the for some of you this is
Yeah.
something that only exists in movies and was beyond your wildest dreams. And as you arrive, Joseph, you notice that the car arrives. Dawn is also getting up to meet the people at the front door with her 2 agents. You can get up and meet them if you would like as well.
I'm gonna let Dawn meet them at the door because she did that with me, and I imagine that's what she's going to do again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually gonna wait just inside at the bottom of the stairs. I've picked a room that had like almost an attached office, and he has gone through and kind of evaluated which of the rooms best fits each of them for like how it's like this one's in the corner and like there's not much window space and stuff for you, V, like stuff like that. So he's ready to tell them that, but Dawn's gonna be Dawn.
Dawn's gonna be Dawn.
There's 2 floors up and there's 2 floors down
Yeah.
as well from the ground floor. You have a parking garage below you on that first floor that also has a
Yeah.
bunch of free open space, a gym that's been put in there with a bunch of this stuff. The second floor below you haven't seen yet, but on the second floor I believe I described 2 separate rooms. One of them can be yours, and in the middle of these 2, that sort of in this circular room, is this desk office that can open up almost like an observatory that's full of books in this half circle, and then the rest of the half circle is glass window that you can look out to the stars and to the rest of the city and see the hive from where you are. It's a beautiful view. This must have cost an arm and a leg for anybody, really. And
Definitely whatever bedroom's attached to that is the one
Yep,
that he's
this-
like, and mine.
yeah, there's two of them right next to each other that connect into that
Yeah.
through their own sliding doors. There are
Yeah.
also many bedrooms, smaller and larger, on the first floor, and rooms that can be rearranged into bedrooms. So the big lounge room,
Yep.
plenty of space with these white leather couches, a big TV, gaming
Oh.
systems, all these different things. There's a spa attached to the back porch. There's all this
Oh,
lavish luxury. The prince has gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I want to use the spa.
If
As-
one of you complains about me being primogen once,
it's
over.
As the three of you exit the car, one of the agents, it'll be David, will come up and be like, "I'll park it. No need to worry."
Lovely.
What?
Takes the car
Cool.
keys and drives it around.
Should we tell them?
I'm
what to do?
gonna
We're-
I'm gonna park it. Just point me in the right direction.
As you wish, just around to the right, click the thing. He hands you a little electronic scanner thing that opens up the gate downstairs.
Thank you. Felix just like snatches it out of his hand.
Okay. Makes his way back. Dawn is standing at the front of the house. She gives a bow.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. She gives
Hi.
as the blood flushes through her whole body and she becomes bright. Her smile comes up with it. Hello. Welcome to your new home.
Sorry we're late.
Not at all. It is your place, your time.
Mm. Wow.
This is, I guess, Agent David and Agent Penny. The two of them sort of bow their heads to you. One of them's got a shaved, sort of wavy, dark black hair. The other one's got sort of this ginger cut bob beside them. And they have these earpieces in. They're wearing black suits. And they seem to have this black strap across their white shirt and their black tie as well. That if you look carefully when they sort of sway around, it conceals a gun underneath their suit jacket.
Well, lovely to meet you both.
Yeah.
Is Joseph in?
Yes, Joseph is inside. I just thought I would let you know that this is courtesy of the prince, as your new Primogen coterie is very important to us, and we're going to show you all that. My work will be taking place on the lowest level of this area. None of my ghouls will go above it unless I let you know. It's likely they will only go to the first floor to take a car in and out. Otherwise, I'll be out of your hair, and I must let you know that this is your haven. Your rules apply if there's anything I need to know. Joseph has already told me that weapons need to be holstered and kept out of sight, and I've made sure that that is so. But if there are any other rules that you wish of me or of my ghouls, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Just for your sake, more than anything, be careful with the whatever technology you're working with.
Not to worry, we've used
Yeah,
mostly
keep the-
plastic and such to keep it far away. And it is down in the second floor, all down there. So as long as you
Lovely.
don't take a day stroll down there and fry our computers, it should be fine.
Lovely.
Anyway, I will let you get to it. I'm going to head down to the second story below and get to work. Enjoy your night. She bows
Yes,
to
you
each
too.
of you, makes her way inside where she opens the doors, and she takes the spiraling staircase down with her agents behind her. Joseph, you see Dawn come in, and you see your coterie walk in as well.
He is not standing his usual, like, up self. You can see that he's, like, a little bit hunched forward from the hole in his chest.
Yeah.
But he comes forward.
Twins.
Gives you guys a smile, though, and he's like, hi, did everything go okay? You guys took a little while.
I took Felix to feed at my domain, and it went horribly wrong, but we're here and it's fine.
Okay.
I
As long as
mean, no
everything-
one died, so it could have been worse, but I am incredibly embarrassed. I'm sorry, Irene.
A lesson learned on my part is
Well, I've had time to look around. If you would all like to, I'm going to walk Irene into every room in case there are bugs. Follow me.
You
I'm
just
just a bug destroyer.
Just push her
Just
against
wave your
all the
arms
walls.
around.
But he's doing a really good job of fully actually explaining every room. He's like, I've been looking around the room on the other side to mine here, attached to this kind of conservatory. Irene, this would work best for you. There are blackout curtains, and it is nearest to the hot tub on this level.
Yeah.
So I think you'd like that, and being near the libraries and everything
Mm-hmm.
would make you most comfortable.
I think
This
so. It's
small
also nice and
closet
small.
here will be good for you, V.
Small.
It will make you feel nice and comfortable. Moves Irene near it. He goes into
No,
a
you can
bigger-
literally just say, like, I'm using you to sweep for bugs.
No,
with
he's
crypto.
fully giving a tour. He wants to show how much he
You can
knows,
do both. You
basically.
can do both.
That's what this is basically. And he's going to come into a larger room and be like, V, this is a good room for you. I think it is up away from them. Enough room for you to have cabinets, displays, screens if you need them, because it is a room furthest away from Irene, so that you can actually have tech in your home. Then, as he's explaining this room to you, in Cryptolect will say there is a gym on the first floor. There are multiple, like, cabinets, I guess, and like there are particular rooms and washrooms that are really good angles to hide in. If you need to get closer, if you need to get down, like if there's a secret entrance. Felix, this is basically a trophy room. So I think this would suit you well because you don't need to sleep here, but it's pleasant to look at, and there's a lot of cool shit in here that you can claim as your own if you need to store things outside of your truck.
I
or
appreciate
anything
that.
like that. And I think I did make a request to get a cat bed brought in. So we can get a litter tray, food dishes, stuff like that.
I think it would be nice for Dante to have somewhere more stable to
Warm
live
Install a
in.
cat
as well.
flap. You need to
Yeah.
install a cat flap on all of the doors.
No.
Not just the front door, all of the doors.
Oh, of the
No.
Every
We're not
single door.
installing anything where animals can freely get inside.
Dante's smart enough. He'll figure it out.
Yes.
Mm.
Just do like a big walk around, basically. Show them everything. Be like, this is my room. Now, what happened?
Just quickly, because my ghouls technically are ghouls, like the animal ghouls. Does that mean that they get disciplines?
No.
No,
The only way
that's
to
the
give an
difference
animal...
between a familiar.
Yes. Familists don't get disciplines.
That's so sad.
The only way they can get it is with animal fortitude, but that is an amalgam with animalism and fortitude.
Mm.
That makes them stronger
Damn.
and tougher to kill.
I wish I could give Dante Fata Morgana, so like when he meows, he meows really loudly.
I don't fucking think
Just
so.
don't give a cat anything. Just don't. That's
Can't
enough.
live its best life.
The cat just.
Yeah, so Joseph asks what
Yeah,
happened.
what happened?
I can imagine I'm going to pretend you're having a normal conversation, but slipping in these cues as you're talking. So you can just talk
What
normally.
he has done is brought the. He's like, okay, so with all the rooms sorted out, I'm actually really excited. Like, what are you doing? To show you this, we'll go into the conservatory where all the books are, and it's gone. We're going to have this full conversation while he sounds
doing
like
the
he's
tour.
explaining
Yeah.
books to you. Like this book was in
Mhm.
here. Like he grabs a book and goes, "What did you find? Is Walter? What's going on?"
Walter's staked in
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
Yes. He is in the boot of the car.
Apparently, he
Were
learned a
you
bit too much.
successful?
Well, we don't think we were found out, and we
No.
heard the entire
Important.
meeting. Well,
Yeah.
at least we heard quite
Most
a
of it.
lot.
I think every person in the Camarilla was spoken about, honestly.
Yeah, it was not a ritual sacrifice. It was a just
Gossip session.
yeah, gossip. It was, I think this is how he gets his blackmail.
Newberry was using dementation on all the members of his clan, and they would spill secrets and rumors about all the kindred in the entire city, basically.
Which we now have
wouldn't
recorded.
Pin this on the Malkavians because I know that they are a very connected people and clan, but to be using dementation is
On your own people
abhorrent.
is disgusting.
Bronwyn
Yeah,
looked
it's
positively
gross.
traumatized the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know
I-
she's not involved in it then, right? She's a victim as much as anyone.
She
She
is
is
The
involved
entire
definitely-
in
clan
it.
is a victim.
Everyone's involved in it. Everyone's a victim, though, except for Sun. But she did not spill any of the good stuff in the sense of
About what we've spoken about.
I don't imagine Son was offering anything good in return to her.
It
Probably-
doesn't matter
well,
what anyone's
It
offering.
wasn't on her terms, it was on his terms.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's.
Dementation,
Yeah.
it crushes the soul.
I'm
until
aware,
you
but
say
also
things.
Bronwyn's a very strong woman, and she deals in an exchange.
Mm.
Yeah. So we have the
Fortunately, she's
entire
in
thing
that
recorded.
situation.
Indeed.
You
well,
have a recording.
we
That's-
do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We just the fact that we have it now is
What
Dangerous.
extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
you wanted dirt, and now you have dirt.
Yep.
On literally everyone.
Yeah, more dirt than we were expecting.
But also, our friend Walter was obviously there to hear it, so.
Yes, he's heard everything. He knows we've done this. That's why he's staked in the car.
Well,
mm,
if he completed Irene's major boon, it's time for my major boon, and he won't be a problem anymore. I'm almost done with my letter. If we want to take this to the prince, which we certainly can, we can have it hand delivered by Walter and myself. Walter will be removed, most likely. But I don't know what the outcome for this is. We've been gunning for Son for some time, and now that we have the gun, what are we gonna do?
Who are we going to pull the trigger at?
All this dirt, who are we gonna bury?
First thing
Is
to do
he being removed?
is to destabilize his position because at the moment it's the most stable thing.
Everyone thinks that he's great, or they are blackmailed to think that he's great.
Or they pretend to think that he's great.
Yeah, you ask anyone,
Well-
they're like, "Oh, Son, he's lovely. He doesn't do anything
So
really at
we
all."
need to leak this information to the correct people.
Just circling back around, Son is the person that's being blackmailing most of the Camarilla, I'm presuming. And if
All the
people found
people
out
power.
that, yeah, and if
Not
people found out
directly.
that it was him, well, that's it. No one knows that it's him.
Yeah, no one
Right?
does. So.
But he's pissed off some very powerful people. If it got out that he was the one responsible for that and he was pulling everyone's strings, I think there would be quite a few people who would be pissed off enough with him to want to take him out of the picture.
And
You
we don't want to
also-
throw the rest of the Malkavians under the bus.
Absolutely
Full
not.
done.
You also
We-
need to be aware that information getting out will not stay out. It will simply get marred, blurred, and pushed onto someone else.
Well, yes,
That's
he
if
does have
we-
dominate, so he can
That's if
cover
we
it
give
up
it
as
to the
well.
wrong person. If we give it to
Yeah.
somebody who can actually take action from it and do something with it,
Yes.
then
I would be
that's-
fascinated to know who you think that is,
Yeah.
because I can't think of anyone.
I mean, everyone knows the biggest gossip in the Camarilla is Annabelle.
Yeah, but if it comes from
Exactly.
her, they'll just be like, "Oh, gossip as
Yes,
per
Yeah,
usual."
it's
People don't
Annabelle's
take her as
the
seriously
woman
as
who
maybe
cried
we
wolf.
should be, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Perhaps we should give it to someone like Cedric then instead, because he has quite a good standing in the Camarilla.
Yes, but they don't reveal information. Their whole
True.
stick is holding
Yeah.
on
Is
to
holding it.
information.
Obviously, we
you
need to
know
tell
what?
Sierra.
Trading. They believe in trading.
You know
Like
who
Cromwell.
would love to spill some secrets to everyone?
That's what I asked.
Who do we know who's chaotic like myself? And
No, we're not telling
No.
you.
We're
No,
not giving it
no,
to Thea
no.
because she wouldn't know what to do with it.
no, but
No,
Marcel would.
Marcel doesn't like
he
rocking
stays
the boat.
neutral.
Hmm.
But talking about Thea, one of the things we did learn about her is that she's clearly got lots of boons on her or with other people.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what the rumor is. That's
Well, that's unsurprising, really.
I don't. I think
Well-
with that information, she might just try and get more boons than other people.
You
We
know
need to
who would
tell
like
Se-
to see everything burnt down around the ground, right?
So many people.
The Anarchs.
All of our
The
enemies.
Anarchs aren't going to do anything about. Okay,
don't-
I'm understanding that we're trying to find a way to let this out. There's nobody in this organization outside of possibly Khadijah, but even then, she doesn't talk. Who could actually disperse this information?
Sierra!
With
Sierra's not in a position
Khadijah
of
and
power. They
Sierra,
would kill
yeah.
her.
She is in cahoots with all of the Ventrue, though.
She is. She is
True.
also
And
a
she-
new La Sombra and has the Malkavians and Sun have not Malkavians and Sun. Malkavians and La Sombra have been at each other for a bit,
Yes.
so I don't
She's
know
also
if
very
they'll.
good at filtering information through at a rate that is like natural to the camera.
It did do quite well with the rumors for your Premission ship, I believe, Joseph, did she not? She was involved in that.
No,
Really?
she wasn't.
That was Annabelle, I
not
believe.
even at all.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Do you think Sierra should be involved in this? But she's like
Not as the
they said
point.
in the meeting. They literally said she's got no power. She comes off as coming confident, but she doesn't actually have the power to back it up.
And these are rumors as well. But some of them clearly not true.
Oh
and
yeah,
if
people
she
think that
is-
she's dating the prince.
She would be reduced to the levels of Annabelle.
Yeah, we don't want her to be reduced to
In a hypothetical
mm.
situation, what would happen if we gave this information to Prince Jackson?
straight.
We put the ball in his court, basically.
It's not
Hard
necessarily
evidence,
a bad thing.
Step back.
But it doesn't necessarily do anything either.
Mm.
We wanna action this somehow, right? We don't want it to just sit there.
Exactly. And that's
That's
why.
the forward form of action, I think, is giving
It
it straight to
is.
the
It
Because if he
is.
doesn't act on it, he is deliberately allowing the Malkavians to.
Yeah, but
do
if
what
he
they're
doesn't
doing.
act on it, no one else knows that, and he can get
Yeah.
away with it.
Well, we
because
also
he's
include the
prince.
Seneschal.
Yep.
Again,
Every meeting with
basically
the
the
prince involves
prince.
the hounds and the Seneschal.
But also we
Who
don't know
work for
what
the
they
prince.
don't. Yeah, it's maybe we should talk to Sierra and
If he
ask.
chooses
She's
to do nothing, then what do we honestly have to lose? If we make sure that this doesn't come back to us, then the situation doesn't
Don't
change.
make it come
and
back to us would be great.
changes.
Sierra might know who best to put the information with to have the best effect, even if she isn't the person
We should definitely
herself.
talk to
I
her.
know this city better than Sierra does.
That is true.
She
No
knows
one
the
here
Ventrue better.
is going to do anything with this. In all honesty,
Well, no one's going to do anything good with all of this.
yes.
People
So by
could
giving
definitely
it to
use
the
this for their own
prince,
stuff.
requesting that it not come back, it's just evidence that we give. We gave them Balthazar. I gave them the names of Balthazar and Nathaniel. I've set myself up as someone who gathers information and then hands
We gave them
information
the
to
whole Ash Finder Society.
Exactly.
We have a
So
good
it is
track
not
record.
unheard of for information to be given and then we step back.
We're very good at
enough-
giving information and stepping back, yes.
My problem here is the stepping back. If nothing comes of it, like the Ash Finders, we never really finished rounding them up, did we? We don't know what happened there, and I don't want
The
this to end up like
I'd rather
that.
not
The
have a very
organization is
overt hand in
falling.
getting rid of the
Yes.
Malkavian Primogen. I'd rather that
Yes.
happen outside of our jurisdiction, if possible.
As the Primogen that has brought the Barnahakin with me, I need to speak with Sierra because if I can bring the La Sombra up, it doesn't look like I'm trying to replace. It simply looks like I'm bringing up.
Mm.
It puts me away from any danger. I have always been on good terms with Son. Not once have I come to blows with him, in all honesty. It's giving and stepping back is going to work because I've done a very good job.
It still doesn't sit right with me just leaving it as is.
I
Yeah,
don't
the
mean
only
this in an
thing-
offensive way, but it doesn't sit right with you because there's no danger involved.
It's not that, it's that it's unfinished.
Yeah, it's unfinished, and also I know it's just a rumor, but they did say stuff about people disappearing underneath Prince Jackson's thing and just things getting swept under the rug. Like they had a Ventrue that was having visions or something of Portia, and that Venture's just gone now. They don't exist.
People vanish all the time. But Felix, what does it look like? What does finished look like to you? Does Sun die? Does he meet the sun? Do all the Malkavians die? What does
No, I
finished
think-
look like?
I think something needs to happen to Sun for him doing this.
What is that? What is
He
that
needs to meet
thing?
the final death.
Do you think this is grounds for
Felix
final
looks
death?
over at me like, what the fuck did you just say? That
What does
wasn't
it look like?
necessarily what I had in mind, but something. There needs to be a
What
consequence.
is that something? What is it?
I don't know what it looks like, but it needs to be a loss of power and influence and preventing him from doing this again.
Easiest way of that: get rid of him. He is a bad pawn that will only. He's quite powerful in the sense that he has got all of the Malkavians under his demontation. He's going to try again if
Yes.
like
People in power will try to drag everybody with them down. what
And I
he's
don't
done
think
we
is
wanna-
horrible.
use
I
their
don't-
bodies to get back up
To
again.
lift himself back up, correct, yes. So he does need to lose power, but that's what... We can't just walk up and be like, well, something needs to happen. We can't make something happen. And so we need to be okay with the fact that we put this in someone else's hands, and we step back. If they need our help to dethrone him, we will.
Hmm.
But we don't act as the prince. We are not the prince. The prince makes the call on the primogen, not us.
Does this break any of the traditions or anything? Because
I
that's how
think
you can
it-
guarantee him to die. Is
It moves
break
quickly,
4 or
very quickly
couple
into
of them?
destruction.
I think he's quite clearly circumventing the traditions in a
Yeah.
way intentionally. I think he's
just
clearly
pissing
trying to
people off,
avoid
not-
anything that would exactly.
not
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't break any traditions
It doesn't.
to
No.
bring your clan
Ah.
together and use disciplines against them. Especially if you are the primogen, you
How do you think the
and
pyramid...
then
do what you want.
blackmailing everyone else. Yeah, no.
How do you think the
Apparently that's
pyramid
fine.
existed?
mm,
Yeah,
Oh, that is too true.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's just like, the only thing that this gets anywhere near is destruction, because the destruction of the mind.
Yeah, that
It's
doesn't
still-
count though.
No, it
Not-
doesn't, but that is
Not
an
under
answer
the
to your
Camarilla.
question. It is a caveat to the destruction.
This is more personal in terms of it's personal to everyone.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like he's pissed everyone off, but I don't think they'll sentence him to death.
No, I just
No.
need this barrier to be broken somehow.
Correct. He just needs
And
to...
he's a
be-
barrier.
The Malkavians need to be represented.
Banished?
Demoted.
Removed.
Something.
Also,
Mhm.
again, this decision's not ours to make.
Walton
We
Ash
have
didn't
hard
break any of the
information.
traditions when Prince Jackson decided that he didn't like him. He only broke the traditions after.
Right.
Hmm.
And yet he's still in the position he is now because of his actions.
Mhm.
So this has the potential to go one way, which is he is disgraced in a similar way to this, based on the things that he's done and the things that he's said and the things that he has permitted his clan to suffer through. Or nothing happens at all, and our name isn't tied to it in any way, and we carry on and figure out another way to deal with this barrier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think keeping our names out of people's mouths is probably a good thing. And I guess if the
Very
prince
much
does
so.
nothing about it, other people could find out other than ourselves as well in time, which,
Correct.
Things like this never last forever.
Mhm.
I'm surprised it stayed under wraps this long, really.
As again, I will say, no one in the city could handle this the way that we've handled this. There's a reason this hasn't seen the light of day.
Hmm. The Nosferatu probably know something about it. They're just not telling anyone.
Exactly.
Like you say, they keep their mouths shut.
For all we know, Annabelle's been talking about this for years. No
Well-
one would know. It could all be gossip and rumors, but we have hard evidence now.
Okay, let's try it your way first, Joseph. Let's let the prince decide what he wants, and if we
Yeah.
are unsatisfied with the outcome, we will reevaluate after the fact.
I think if it doesn't go our way, we pick something else to focus on.
Yeah.
Don't want this man having any power over anyone.
Yes.
And
Do you know
even
how
being
difficult it is to
taken
do
down?
that when you're dead?
We won't die.
No, but if you continue to throw your body against a primogen over and over again, you become a thorn in
Going
their
to be a
side,
primogen
etc.,
anymore.
etc.
We get him down,
Yes, yes. I'm saying if this
but we've got to
doesn't work,
keep him down.
We're not throwing ourselves against his body either.
We're
We're
not
just growing and
attacking
adapting
him.
and
I
getting
am not.
smarter.
If I
Yeah.
was that dumb, I would have done it already.
I know. We have hard evidence now. We also have the evidence of Alexis and Patricia that there is clearly something going on.
Do you mean?
There's something going on with all of the Oblivion stuff. If he's been dementating people for this long and Pat is the way that she is,
Took me a second to realize who Patricia was. I was like, who the fuck is Patricia?
I don't have no Patricia in my notes.
if
Yeah,
Pat
Pat
is
was
the way that she
terrified the
is,
entire
that
time.
is long-term effects of dementation.
Oh yeah, we have seen
She's
her files.
evidence.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
before she was embraced, maybe.
Exactly.
Very likely.
Yeah.
So, I'm ready to move.
It's almost day.
Also, what are we going to do with Walter? You're just going to send
I
him
feel
in?
like we don't really have any other uses for him, do we?
Well,
I'll
I was just
draft
going to
my
kill him,
letter up.
so...
Well, I was going to offer him to the prince.
Hmm.
He seems to be
Kill
having
two
quite a
birds with one
rough
stone.
time, and I feel like killing Walter would be somewhat therapeutic.
Because it's
Sure.
technically not legal
For
yet.
Prince.
Exactly.
For anyone else to do it, yeah.
Yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's hand him over. Although I think he might take some
Let's
offense
do
to.
that on a different day,
I think so.
perhaps.
Well, what do you want to do with him until then? Do you have
Yes.
another stake? I'm not sure that the chair leg's gonna.
Hold it.
Yeah.
I like firmly implanted inside. Please.
This is. I think we do it all at once. I can do it all,
All
at
at
once.
once.
I can say, here's some bad news, here's some good news.
It's all bad news.
It's all bad news, but at least he can handle one very quickly.
Yeah.
I just don't want anything to be muddled. Or
I'm
I don't
very
think the
clear
prince is
inside.
No,
Too good.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's a lot. And I'm not sure what the outcome will be if he has a lot of things come at him at the same time while he's got this whole E-sharp dude that he's
If he
worrying
did
about.
want 400 problems at once, he shouldn't have taken Domain of Chicago.
Good point.
The prince is our prince for a reason. He is the most competent of us.
Well,
But the sure.
Why do you think we're trying to give this evidence to him and no one else?
because he's got the
'Cause
power.
he's got the power. Yeah.
Exactly. And he wouldn't have the power unless he knew how to wield it. The
No.
man made myself and Khadijah primogen. He's
Yeah.
smart.
Well, you're very
You're not
smart man.
I'm
convincing
like-
me. You are not convincing me that he is the most competent. I'm sorry.
If you want to tell me one more person who's more competent than him, I'm willing to hear it. And whoever you
Because
say
he
is
didn't decide to be
probably got
prince.
more faults than you think.
Yeah, I would say Alan, so but
Yeah. because he
Yes.
decided
So
to be
just
Seneschal and not
discussion,
Prince. I
so-
mean,
He
first
is.
pick right
I
there.
agree. He is a very, very competent man, and that's why him supporting the prince instead of being the prince.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let's not
Fair
get
point.
sidetracked though.
I, for
I'm on
one,
my
am
15th book now.
Yeah, we were
God.
just
This one is the
Going
history
through
of
the
the
entire
Northeast. Isn't that so cool? Like
I am
the
exceedingly tired. I think it might be time for bed. What are we gonna do with the car?
I
Well,
think
if you
we
say that
yeah, we
he's
get a
staked,
proper
he's not
stake.
going anywhere, and then tomorrow night handle
I think
business.
we should get a proper stake. Just something heavy duty, just to keep. I know he's locked in a,
If you can find
boot.
one.
but I do know how to escape a boot. It's not
Probably
that hard.
this lovely place has some sort of armory, considering
Do you
your
think our ghouls would have anything?
It's likely.
just borrow
Not
one off
Ah.
one of the
carrying
agents.
guns.
Hmm.
Ethan, would we have thoroughly have swept the room enough to know that Irene had probably fucked up any bugs?
Irene's presence as you're moving flicks on the spa. It makes the TV and the radio go fuzzy as she passes by. If there's anything in the house while she's there that is
Yeah.
not on the first floor or below, it's not working.
Okay, cool. If you go into the spa, be very careful. I will have to, before you go into the spa, I'm actually going to get someone to turn off the power to the spa.
Oh.
Because these things,
You don't want to be
technology
electric.
in them now, and it would go very poorly if you were in there.
Yeah.
So just
we
Fair
might
enough.
avoid it for now.
It
we
still
might
works.
have to we
Just-
might have to upgrade it so that the electronics are moved away, the actual pumps and everything. We can
We'll
get it
just
to work.
turn them off. That should be fine. But I'll get someone else to check it.
Yeah, I just
I'll
wanna
tell one of the
sit in
ghouls
warm
before we go to
water.
bed and be like, can you, while we're day sleeping, make sure that there is nothing actively electronic at the spa?
Also, do you have a stake?
And do you have a stake? Or
If you are
one that we can
asking
use.
one of the agents, the David
Yep.
or Penny, any
Mhm.
particular preference?
Penny.
Penny,
Yeah, we haven't talked to Penny in a bit.
she makes her way around. If you flag her down,
Yep.
she's probably on the first
Mhm.
floor by all the cars and everything.
Mhm.
She's got this strange, I guess it's like a two-way screen in a way. She's got it strapped to her waist and sort of holding it up and like looking at it. She's got the glasses on and she's looking through it. As soon as you arrive, she takes off her glasses and says, "Oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
I just have a few points of business to go over with you that you can discuss with Dawn and the other ghouls. First, I need a stake. Second, all of the electronics in the spa near Irene's room need to be turned off. And anyone that comes by the house, looks inside, anything like that will be reported to me at 9 when I wake up. Whatever reports that go to Dawn, basically about activity around the house, I would like to know of.
Of course. Would you? She reaches into her thing. She takes out a stake. Would you like to use mine? I can get it replaced easily. It doesn't matter.
Yes, thank you very much.
There you are.
If everything else is all right, thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you.
Everything
Have
is
a
in
lovely day.
order.
Pat.
Lovely. You make your way. Everyone makes their
Thank you.
way.
My stake, the stake to V.
Who hands it to Irene?
Oh,
Okay.
Penny is in the same room. She's going over to all the cars with this screen and sort of tapping it and doing these different things. Are you just going to do it while she's here?
No.
is there
I'm
anything
saying
bad with
no.
us having Walter Nash? Actually, would I
We've
know if it's a
kidnapped
bad
another
thing?
person.
Looks
another
really
member
bad.
of the Camarilla. We don't want Dawn thinking we're evil because she already
True.
thinks
It
that.
looks very,
Yeah.
very bad.
That will confirm her biases upon us.
Well then I won't leave yet. Give the stake to you, and I'll be like, move
Distract.
quickly, and then I will blur her memory.
Blur her memory.
Stab
cloud.
her in the chest,
Oh
and then I will
god.
cloud
Okay.
memory.
Ooh,
Ooh.
What?
no. Do the ghoul? We don't know. Well, at least V definitely doesn't know if the ghouls are part of the Web of Madness or not.
Ooh, true.
But she would
Oh,
assume
I
that.
know what I'll
And she
do.
can also resist.
You know what? I will slip the
Point
stake
out
to
things to
you,
her.
and then be like, Penny, there's actually one more thing that I've just remembered. Can you come up to the conservatory with me?
Of course. Follow, lead the way.
Thank you. I'll walk out.
She lugs this big computer along
Mm.
with her, seemingly with ease. She's quite strong.
Yeah.
And
What
follows
is
you
that?
all the way to the conservatory. Oh, it's just a scanner. We make sure to scan through all the license plates of the cars, make sure everything's in order, make sure it's nice and clean for you when you arrive. I've been ordered to make sure to check all the cars every night.
Fantastic. I'll lead her up to the conservatory and very literally just be like, the books in this section aren't ordered properly. I need someone to come in here and put these into the order of.
She
Dewey
starts
Decimal System.
tapping on this computer constantly as you do so.
Thank you.
And she says, well, as well, we can upgrade your phones so that you can access the technology in this house. You can, with a button, just open the observatory, turn off the spa, all those things. We can make that happen for you.
No technology in the spa. Could I get a series of, where possible, can you loop some computer screens or something in V's room up to the security cameras that you have around?
Yep. We can definitely
Could
do
you
that.
also, I'm not sure how many resources we're allowed access to. Would you be able to get one of the newest digital cameras that you have?
Mhm. Everything we'll ask for goes through Dawn, goes through the Prince, so you can get whatever you like.
Lovely. Actually, no, don't get a new digital camera. Please speak to V before she goes to bed and
Mhm.
ask her what camera she would like to have. We need a bunch of cat stuff, and if one has not been installed yet, please get a weapon rack and a new whetstone for Irene.
Certainly. Might I make a suggestion, Joseph? We can get a hot coal spa installed. Instead, they put hot stones underneath and heat it up. It's completely electronic free. If that's your preference, we can get that installed.
Yes,
Probably
that
within
would
the
be
end of the week.
preferable. Perfect.
I'll make it happen for you. She taps on the screen, ordering all these things. Sort of flicks up as she does so. Okay, all the tasks have been allocated. We will get to work straight away.
Lovely. I give her the 10 names of all the thin bloods that work for me. If these people come to the house, they're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have saved them to my database.
Thank you
I'll
very
go
much.
and see V.
Yeah, have a pleasant day. I text V on her way back.
Like, cool. Yeah, at this point, I think. Does anyone have like a leather jacket or something?
No.
Would
Yeah.
anyone have a leather
Felix
jacket?
always
The
wears a
closest would
long
be
coat.
Felix's coat.
Yes.
Felix's coat.
Kind of hoping leather to go over Walter, so if it's scanned or something, no X-ray kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Smart.
Right. Felix's
Sorry.
trench coat would work well, I think.
Fine, you can borrow it. Just return it in
Just-
one
yeah.
piece.
We'll get a leather jacket tomorrow. It's just, well, I'll open the boot. Irene, stab time.
Stab.
Stab time. No
I
check
guess remove the
required.
other one.
Now that you have a proper stake, you don't need to make a check. And he goes limp again.
It's just like a second and then just and then I'll gently wrap in the cart just to make sure nothing is out.
As you're
Mhm.
doing so, V, the
Mhm.
flip phone in your possession rings. Starts to buzz in your hand. It's just a series of numbers.
Yeah, well,
American.
has it been one of the numbers that has called previously? Because she
It
wrote down a list of all
absolutely
of the numbers.
has.
So she'll
One
open
that
up a
calls
notebook.
a bit less often, but it absolutely is one of them.
Ooh. This is Walter's phone.
Interesting.
Hand it over.
Excuse me?
You?
I'm gonna pretend that
Morgana?
I'm Walter. Yeah,
Or
exactly.
performance. Okay.
Both.
Oh.
gonna change his voice using Fata Morgana and
I don't think that
use
works
performance.
through
Doesn't work
technology.
through technology.
Oh, yeah,
Unless you have
technology.
Ghost
So you
in
have to see it.
Machine.
Well, he also is an accomplished actor and con man.
Good
So
old fashioned way. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Try.
Fuck.
Just try and say as little as possible and hang up as
'Cause
soon as
he's not
possible.
much
I
of a
know.
talker.
I know.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you got this.
Felix will answer the phone.
Forget,
Uh,
forgive, conclude, and be agreed. Our doctors say this is no time to bleed. Comes from the other.
God damn it, it's
Line.
fucking 1IK.
Fancy hearing from you this night.
I'll need a manipulation performance with your specialty in acting, please.
Ooh, ooh.
Against
So remember, Walter Nash
their
speaks like
wits insight.
normal.
Oh dear.
Why did you laugh when you said that?
Because I wasn't sure what check it would be, and I was trying to figure it out.
Sus.
So-
Interesting
Um,
check, leave me alone.
I'm going to I'm gonna rouse and also reroll.
Good
Lord,
lord.
okay.
okay.
Okay, we don't get oh no, we do get hungrier. Fucking
Oof.
already.
You're
And
not going back to church ever again, my dude.
Yeah, no church for
we
you.
knew this was gonna happen.
Help me.
I am screaming. It was
Uh,
a personal self lesson.
It certainly
yeah,
was.
so that's 5 successes.
5
Oof.
successes. You tie.
Not great.
Ties go to the player.
Oof.
So in this case, there's
Okay.
there was. What did you say earlier? You said fancy hearing from you.
This night, yep.
Mm-hmm. There's a pause on the other end, an unnervingly long pause.
What do you want, Kay?
Where are you? You're supposed to
I
meet
got-
everybody.
I got tied up with what happened with Balthazar.
Not fucking good enough.
Yeah, well, if you'd taken care of these idiots like you said you would, it wouldn't be a problem, would it?
Okay.
Ah.
I'm gonna need another check.
Good.
Yeah, you're role playing a man with no backbone. Why do you have a backbone?
Just gonna make a composure resolve check.
Oh.
Aw.
Keep his
Just through
cool.
his voice.
It's that
Uh-oh,
star
spaghetti.
magnetism thing where they can use presence through technology.
Oh no. Oh
You know who
god.
else can do that? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Sorry, I've been rolling the wrong character.
Well, I just
Pulls out
rolled one
fist full
success
of
anyway.
dice.
Wait, did you say one success?
I have one success, sir.
Is it loud enough that we can hear it? Would we be like, would you have it on loudspeaker or like?
Absolutely not.
Probably not wise because it would pick up other
No,
things.
yeah.
Also,
If you couldn't hear
I
it
love
before,
something
you
like
hear
that.
it now. Just this,
Okay, we can.
this screech on the other end of "You're fucking dead," and you hear this crash as the phone on the other end gets cut and is destroyed.
Well, our bro was
You
already
just hear,
dead.
"Your call has been disconnected. This number no longer exists."
Well, I mean, that's one way of dealing with Walter.
Well, Walter is dead either way.
His only friends left in the world.
We just.
Poor
Was that-
sausage.
was that one-eye guy?
Yup. He really doesn't like Walter. I guess we at least have that much in common.
Oh god.
A mighty good impression, I must say, Felix.
Yeah.
It wasn't my finest work. I probably gave him too much backbone, really.
True.
Well, you definitely pissed him off. He thinks that Walter grew a spine or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh shit! He might have some of Walter's blood and might be able to find him or something.
It's highly likely.
We might want to get rid of him ASAP.
Joseph rolls his eyes 3 floors above you.
Yeah. Also, I think I might chuck his phone. I've got all the
Yeah.
numbers down. He doesn't really have. It's a flip phone. It's not like he's got any open tabs or anything to look through. I think if someone might be tracking him, or
Maybe just
find my
keep it on
friend.
his body, and we'll stash the car somewhere else.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, we could just leave it a couple of streets away or something. But I don't want anyone finding it. I'm smashing the phone and chucking the pieces
If you want.
wherever.
In different directions.
Yeah.
We shouldn't keep Walter here at any rate. His ghouls might. I don't know. There could be some way for them to find him. I don't know what the fuck they've done with him.
Better to be safe, we should probably park the car a few blocks away or something.
Yeah.
I'm happy to pay for the parking ticket.
Let's put him in a secure car park. At least that way there's some security cameras around if he goes missing.
Yeah, I guess. Cool.
Okay. So, V, you're going to smash the phone. You're going to park
Yep.
the car elsewhere.
Yep.
And that's about it, I suppose.
Yeah, as driving, just fling pieces of the phone out of the car.
Littering.
Yeah.
Yes, I am
Humanity.
littering.
That's a stain. One of our
You
chronic
get a
tenants
stain.
is
Oh.
littering.
3 of them.
No.
Sorry.
Your touchstone is the earth itself, and you have damaged it irreparably.
Touchstone is the earth. That's good. Okay, so after this, day falls upon our kindred, and they fall into torpor once again in their new luxurious haven.
Yeah.
And another day goes past. The sun opens up. It tries to melt away the snow, but just cannot, as the cold winds keep it there and blanket it. It maybe melts some off the roofs, but there's still a thick blanket across the ground. People go out and play. It's Friday. It's the last day before the weekend. Kids are out playing. People are still going to their jobs if their place is open, or if the door hasn't frozen shut. Some places don't open because they can't even open or close the front door because of all the snow that's packed in. Some machiners come by and push it up against the side. And a lot of people are struggling to get to and from work and the like. And when our kindred awaken, well, we'll deal with that after our break. I think.
No, what do you mean?
Did you like that one?
Deal with it. Oh,
That's a good one. Huh?
yeah.
I'm
We're gonna
annoyed and concerned.
We're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break, and we will come straight back and have some more fun with this vampire coterie and all the trouble they're getting themselves into. It's fantastic. We'll see you all soon.
Oh no.
Okay, and we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you've got your water, tea, coffee, everything you need. We're going to get straight back into it. Now I need all of you to make... I believe it's a humanity roll. What's the one to wake
What?
up early?
Humanity to wake up.
I think
My
it's
If
humanity.
goodness.
it's an hour before we would normally wake up,
Yes.
no, I'm
So
fine.
humanity roll. Do we roll out
During the
the amount
daytime,
of
you
adults
mean?
we have in
During
humanity?
daytime.
I hate
Oh.
this.
Oh, during the daytime.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, no.
awakening.
Dawn. Why?
Humanity roll.
Last
So
time this
you
happened, it
roll
was
your
so bad.
humanity.
Okay.
The Hunger
Is
Dice?
this
No
before
Hunger
that
Dice,
hour?
it's
Wait.
just a check.
No Hunger Dice? Okay.
Felix doesn't sleep there though, so is he being woken up?
Are you
You're not being
elsewhere?
woken up. This is just a check if you wake up.
Oh.
One success.
You are zonked.
I'm
had
not
the
It was
best
a big
sleep.
night.
You've had the best sleep
Yeah.
in your life.
Ah,
Arms
4.
crossed over the sword, like one of
5.
those ancient tomb
exactly.
tops.
Medieval
4
stone.
and 5?
stone.
Mhm.
Yes.
I only got 2.
Okay, Joseph and V, you flitter your eyes open, and V, you are it's hard work waking up this early. Joseph, on the other hand, I believe you just wake up, don't you? You didn't even need to make a check. It's an hour before.
Oh, it's an hour before. Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, you're up. Sorry, apologies. Even with
Can I have
fives,
his roll?
No. V, you
No.
wrench your eyes open, and you observe there's this swooping darkness that makes its way across the room. It could be just an effect from Irene being around. You're not quite sure, but it's very unnatural, and it keeps your eyes open for a little bit longer.
Oop.
So
Oop,
you can
we
act
lost
for
you
a
for a
single
sec.
scene. Sorry, what was that?
we lost your audio for a second.
Yeah.
No worries.
and-
Where was I?
Just after something about
A
probably
sw-
something to do with Irene.
Oh
yeah.
It could be an
Yeah.
effect of Irene, or it could be just a trick of the mind. But you can
Mm.
act for a single scene in this moment with whatever this thing is. It's fleeting. It's like out of the corner of your eyes. Every time you go to look, it's not there, and then it's the other side, and then
Oh, okay.
And does Joseph see this as
What a-
well?
no,
I'm
just V.
in the fucking.
Joseph's
the
awake, probably
conservatory.
making coffee or something.
Yeah. Doing
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna try and
report.
follow.
Oh, checking in on
but
that
it's
dude.
just you're checking on.
Sorry, which dude was this? The
Yeah.
The one who I sent to my other social worker friends. I'm like, hi, did you happen to get in contact with a man
wow.
named?
You will get a
Da, da, da.
response later. Tim Roche,
Oh,
I
well.
believe it was.
Yes.
Yes.
V, you stand up, you look around. It seems to be coming from under your bed. There's these writhing, dark tendrils that are sort of creeping their way up and flailing. But as soon as you turn fully around to see them, they retreat very quickly underneath.
Just shout out to Joseph because she'll know that he'll probably be awake at this time.
I'm
Joseph.
like humming to myself, just
That's weird. V shouldn't be awake this early.
yeah.
Joseph.
I'll do sense the unseen and start moving over and be like, "What? Why are you awake? You shouldn't be awake yet."
Make
I really shouldn't.
a wits auspex check, please.
What's awesome? Got it.
Just pointing at.
There's,
This is your
V
meth. This is
points
your
at
kind of shit.
nothing.
This is
Yeah.
your kind of shit.
What do you mean? Waking up early? Yes.
No, I meant the shadow. Well, actually, it's more Irene's kind of shit, but she's way
4
too old for
successes.
this.
No,
Yeah,
Oblivion's
you-
my thing too.
Step in. Everything seems fine. You get down. You look under the bed. You look over the top.
Try the other eyes.
I'll flick to Oblivion
You
side.
flick to Oblivion Sight using your same roll.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing here.
I'll
Are
go
you
back to
crazy?
Sense the
What is
Unseen.
it? What?
V. Why did you wake up?
Because shadows were in front of me.
So the sun is still setting.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. No, no. Moving shadows that when you look at them, they disappear.
Okay.
I don't overreact.
No,
I
you
don't.
don't. But I can't see anything, and seeing things is my thing. So they might not even be in the room anymore. I'm going to walk out and head to Irene's room.
As you step out and go to and you look out, because your kitchen, your lounge room, and everything is all sort of open, so you can see everything from these
Yeah.
areas. But it's dark, it's pitch black, as all the electronic shutters are all up, having to be manually pulled up by all the agents that are working in your area. And sitting by your coffee and sort of looking at it is this man in a suit, but
Oh
it's
God.
a sunken suit, too large for this scrawny figure, with these writhing shadows around him that dance and move and sway. He's pale, bald, with these white long strands of hair that clump across his forehead, and these sunken eyes, and this yellow toothy grin across him as he pours himself a cup of coffee beside, and he's got a straight back with a cane, I should say. He's not quite hunched, but his figure is frail, incredibly frail.
Nice to meet you.
Don't mind me. Just getting a
Can I
cup
help?
of joe.
What's your name? My name's Joseph.
Joseph, yes. They call me the Gaunt Man.
I see.
Oh,
I believe he turns to V,
I'm putting my knife away. Whew.
meaning to get in contact with you, I believe.
I
No.
wasn't expecting it to happen like this.
Well, time to act, I think.
You don't get in contact with me. I
Yes,
contact you.
evidently.
Please sit down.
How-
Have some coffee.
Thank
you don't mind, do you?
No, like my coffee.
Wonderful.
Torpor, you can't hear what's going on.
If you make a... You
We
can
can
make,
try and wake them
I
if you
believe you can make a resolve awareness check to try and move parts or listen in on things. But
Felix isn't there, so
Yeah,
Vibing.
and Irene wasn't really part of this Gaunt Man deal. He's gonna sit down in the chair he was looking at. He's been looking out over the city as he's been working. V?
Yeah, sure. It's still a little,
Yes.
I'll sit down.
oh, my apologies. I lose track of time. I'm happy to wait until you are awake.
The other members of our coterie are still very asleep at the moment.
The Ravnos and the Lasombra. Yes.
Yes. You'll excuse me for my ignorance, but I am not fully aware of why we needed to speak with you.
Well, we
You-
did that job for him.
Yes.
I
Oh,
see.
Not a bad job, I suppose. A bit
Yes.
loud.
Sorry we didn't do it the way you wanted it to be
No.
done. We didn't exactly know that was exactly how we were meant to get it done.
I didn't expect Shijana to be very clear. She enjoyed the job too much.
And you've come here.
I've come to reward you for a job well done. He reaches down to this suitcase that is next to him and he places it up, props it open. It is full of cash.
Cash
brimming.
money.
And he passes it over the counter.
I see.
Just a
Thank you.
reward for a job well done.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. We pride ourselves on
Yeah.
good work.
I know.
Well, I'm happy to continue drinking my coffee with you if you would like. If you have no more business, it's a
Uh,
gorgeous view.
can I ask what your business with that area is?
I,
Because you wanted people out.
yes.
You don't have to answer.
No, I shouldn't. It isn't very wise of me to answer. But we are grateful for your help.
You should
Yeah.
say, I'm sure that the fiend is also.
We are absolutely not saying that. We are not, because he said we, and that's enough. If V, you don't have like anything else that you want to talk to him about, I will gladly small talk with the gaunt man.
You should
Small
ask him.
talk. How are you going to small talk with the gaunt man?
He's
I'm
a
a
Lasombra
very
by the looks
nice
of things, right?
person.
He's a Lasombra.
Yeah, I thought he was the Mitzi, but he's
I
using
think,
the shadowies.
yeah, why not? I think Joseph will be like, your use of the shadows, does that align you with the Lasombra at all? Can I see any symbols on him?
He has. Not really. He's actually quite subtle.
Plain.
His suit is quite well taken care of. It's very plain, very very plain. If you were to look for him, you might mistake him for Ventru, Lasombra,
Yeah.
anything really. But it's his appearance that is so strange.
Yeah.
No one gets turned when they are that far gone.
Yeah.
He looks like he got out of the ground just like an hour ago.
Moments ago. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, I am curious as to how you became the Gaunt Man.
It is a long time ago. I barely remember it myself. I will also let an hour pass before this conversation is happening, so everyone can be awake and can spy the Gaunt Man, and all the shutters open up, and you're all here. He stands there with this sort of, every time you look sort of at him, the room gets darker, and you can see the wiggling, writhing shadows underneath him and at every corner of your eye. But it seems to be not his doing. It just seems to be a natural effect of him being around.
Yep.
I mean,
will
Felix is
intercept
gonna-
Irene when she comes in and just be like, Irene,
Mm.
this is the Gaunt Man. He has rewarded us, gesture to the money, for the job we did. And then same with Felix, like, Felix, this is the Gaunt
Flame.
Man. This is our reward.
Mm.
Job well done. We've just been having coffee together to make sure that they don't come in like, "Ah!"
Who the hell is this?
Sit down.
Yeah.
I'll pour you some.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'm
As if he
surprised you were
owned the
able to
place.
find
He's
us.
picking
Yeah.
out mugs and pouring coffee for everybody. He knows where the sugar is kept. He knows where all these things are. And after a few moments, he slides it over. He touches his cup, and the steam disappears from the coffee.
What a flex.
We have quite the evening, and I don't wish to be rude, but if we have no more business,
No. You are quite correct. Well, I suppose this will be our
Please.
last meeting. He slowly...
Why do you say that?
I hope we do not meet again.
unfortunate. I'll stand
This-
up and begin to lead him to the door like a good host.
One moment. You seem to be at home with the shadows. I was wondering if you might know of a man by the name of Lancaster in this city.
We hear lots of things. We know
Of course you do.
Miss Lancaster. But we want nothing to do with these people or any of your business that you involve yourselves in. If you don't mind,
course.
it is
Oh,
not our place.
it does get quite messy at times. I can understand why you'd want to avoid it.
Yes.
I guess you've got things to be seeing to, but if you need us, I guess you know where we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Please, let us know you're coming next time. I would hate to
You must,
unknowingly jump to our own defense.
you must forgive these old bones. I am forgetful. It's been a long time.
Of course.
Oh, good.
Please.
Say hi to Shijana for us.
Yes, please.
I shall.
Mm.
He steps, he takes his cane up, Rikita, almost like very, very struggling to stand. But once he stands, he moves quite confidently
Yeah.
and makes his
I
way
help him,
to the front
like
door.
supporting his arm, helping him go.
And once he steps out, and you all take a moment to take your eyes off of him, he's gone. He's vanished.
Yeah. Come back into the conservatory and just sit. What is the point of this, if that?
Happens? Jesus, I was not expect. That's our first fucking night here. I thought
How did he find us?
No haven is secure enough.
clearly.
It will ever be secure enough. He's the gaunt man, apparently.
Yeah.
Knows everything.
Apparently.
People will always know more than us.
I just
Yeah,
hope
true.
Lancaster isn't counted among them if that man can get in here so easily.
Lancaster is. I. No. This
Lancaster is
something
one of
else.
the it was one of the sins, isn't he? Isn't that what our friend in the basement said?
Again, I don't know if the guy in the basement knows. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, that was the impression I was getting. So
Hmm.
One
Like
moment. I'm gonna go and find Penny
and let her
to
know of
ask
this
for
incursion.
my report for the day, the night, or whatever.
Penny simply hands you an empty report. No one approached. No one of suspicion. You also have access to all the camera feeds here.
Yep. I
everything is
pull
well.
out my own pen. I write the gaunt man, and I hand it back to her.
She
And I
looks.
say, in the conservatory and V's bedroom. Give it to her. Thank you very
But
much for the report, and walk away.
well, don't be mean to the Penny. Poor Penny.
She
I'm not being mean to Penny.
makes her way back downstairs. You all regroup in this moment.
Can we make a copy of the recording?
Of course.
Yes.
I'll take one of the original. We keep a copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd have
And-
to do that through Catherine, right? She has the. All
Yeah,
the
She would know how to
stuff.
do it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna bring Catherine around.
I would like to ask. Yeah, Felix would tell Penny to review any of the camera footage from roughly around when we think the Gaunt Man arrived, and see if there's any areas that go fuzzy. Just so we can defend against incursions
There's
by the same
no-
route.
There's no cameras in those spaces because I'm
We don't
very
know that.
good at what I do. I took Irene into every one of those rooms.
Yeah, no, I mean
You
like
did.
external cameras, like security.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, not like internal.
There was no on the report. There was
There were
nothing,
none.
so there was no.
The report,
strange
there was no people,
Hmm.
happenings.
no anything.
You had people watching those cameras 24/7.
24/7, there was nothing.
We should have asked where he came in from.
I don't.
I
think
don't know
there
if he
was
would have
any-
told us.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yes. All right.
This is why I never stay in one place too long.
Incredible. Now, I am going to speak with Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to speak with the prince.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to get Mary Angel's number. And then I am going to spend the rest of my night uninterrupted with Eric.
Sounds nice.
Good luck with that.
We should probably come to Elysium as well, I assume. I
Mm,
just think that.
The Succubus Club.
Yeah.
I don't think Elysium's on.
yeah, we'd have to go to the Succubus Club.
Okay.
Okay, we're all going.
Yeah, I think so. I think based on the fact that we all sort of, as a coterie, even though it was only you and Felix, sort of handed in Balthazar, it's good to show our faces
Yes.
there for political means.
Sierra
Cool.
will likely trust me more with you there.
Yes, she will definitely do that.
Very
Right,
much
let's
so.
go.
Mm-hmm.
I deliberately wear a button-up shirt so that I can be dramatic with the fucking injury on my chest if I want to. Evidence
well.
that I fought Balthazar.
Yes.
The
This is the
Coders-
hole that Balthazar made. This is also the hole that Balthazar made.
From two different angles.
Not wrong.
The coterie is heading to the Succubus Club. It is Friday
Bef-
night. The
Before we hop into the car, can I just look around to see if there's any animal at all in the area?
let's have Wits Animal Ken.
Would you like me to check?
Feral Wolfman.
Yeah, would you like me
What's
to
your
check?
animal ken like? Because I've got
I've
three
only
legs.
got one.
What in?
I've got one in Animal Ken because I'm just gonna use animalism.
Can I use you as a dot instead?
Yeah,
And
you can
take
use my
your
skill.
dex?
What?
Lovely.
What exactly are you looking for?
Something to eat before we go. So
Oh.
I'm just not at 4
Yeah,
when
I'm
we're
not
in the
using-
Succubus Club.
And I'm
Like
definitely
last
not
time.
using animalism to do that for you.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. 3 successes.
3 successes. Plenty of options. Most of them pretty unsavory. There are dogs and cats that live around this area. Domesticated ones.
Rats.
Yeah, any
No.
rats?
No rats.
No
This is a
rats.
very
God
we're in a
fucking
rich
damn.
part.
The dogs and cats keep the rats down.
However, there are
Mhm.
birds as well. that-
Yeah, I'll go for a bird then.
Soaring leap, yoink.
Try and catch a bird.
Using Cat's Grace and Silence of Death, you can quite easily climb up a
Cool.
electric pole, grab one quickly, and feast upon it.
This
It's
probably looks so weird. but it's
Very
just like-
unsavory. It tastes
Oh,
dirty, like drinking cloudy, unfiltered tap water. It does the job, but it is not nice during the experience.
Not fun
I
at all.
know living in a nice place must be jarring, but doing that just to feel. You
I
need
don't
to
want
adjust
to
better.
owe Annabelle any more boons. And I didn't
That's
go
fair.
Understandable.
to a church yesterday.
You could
Coughs
have
out
done
a
it.
feather.
You
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
have gone.
Oh no.
I was looking after Walter.
I suppose.
Because if they can track him, alright, I wanted him not to disappear on us.
Oh right,
Yeah.
we probably should bring him to.
We should,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Alright.
present, I suppose. if that's what
Oh,
you
I
still want
guess
to do.
I also would have used that time to complete my letter. It is a full. It's one he's been drafting over time. It is a full detailed thing of. These are the detailed things that Walter Nash has done. Like he fed on the child, was being blackmailed by this person, used us to get out of his blackmail, and detailing like how it violates particular pillars.
Mhm.
And being like his association with the nihilists, he blah 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 blah, and it's
Mhm.
just the most condemning letter he could possibly write. And then he adds a little bit. It's like written from his, like I Walter Nash is like how it's written. And at the
Interesting.
bottom says, "I Walter Nash give, like forfeit my unlife to the Prince of Chicago."
Hmm.
I forge a shitty
I'll also
signature. and
make
then-
sure you write that he's been hanging out in Second Inquisition known spots.
Yeah, it's literally everything that we know. Every single detail that is wrong. Forge a signature, basically.
Yeah.
Fold it up. And I
Yeah.
might even just take half, do a little rouse, and do the bloodletter ritual.
Certainly.
If that's.
You are signing it for the prince's hands only.
Yes, so the ritual only has Prince Jackson's name on it.
Yep. Anyone else
I'll take
who
that.
opens it needs to make a check against your ritual roll.
Yeah.
And
When they open it.
if they don't succeed, they take some damage.
Cool.
Nice.
So I have that in hand.
Can I also put my own copy of the ward on it
It doesn't
so that we
double
can
up.
like stack the ward?
No, it
No.
doesn't work that way.
Don't
What's
touch
Can
my
we-
lore.
Can
I
we
don't
put
want your poor quality seal on top of my high quality ward?
we put a letter in the letter in the letter?
No.
It doesn't
Ward
work.
every
This is-
layer.
My
I'm not
boon.
part of this.
I let you have your
Overkill.
boon. Have
He did.
let
He
me
didn't.
have mine.
He didn't do my boon.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yes, and
succeed
he's
on
not
that
going to
though.
do mine either. But so give me the fanfare of it.
Our coterie heads to the Succubus Club. It is
Yes.
a Friday night. The club is bumping. It is full of people. There are bodies everywhere. The music is bassy, low, rattling windows all over the block. And there are people everywhere lining up in the snow trying to get in, freezing all the way around. And it is quite a sight to see the snow illuminating with the flashing lights, the pinks, the purples, the blues, all of it illuminating. It's quite beautiful if you look at it in a particular angle. And you park across the street in the VIP parking zone this time.
Yeah.
So you're definitely guaranteed to get a spot. And you can make your way across when you
Oh.
so wish into the
We'll
Succubus
use-
Club.
Blush of life.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people you might bump into. Some people I would recommend Blush of Life.
Are we
Yeah.
bringing Walter in with us now or later? 'Cause
Felix
he
will
is
stay in the
currently
car.
Staked in the car.
Yeah, Felix is staying with Walter until we decide what to do with him.
I don't think we should split up.
I
So-
think. Is he super bloodied?
No. He's taken
I-
no damage. Apart from the
Only
think
thing is
we-
the stake.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
fully just torpored him.
Okay. Irene, we will
Yes.
unstake him, and if you can just, I don't know, mesmerize him or something so that if he resists, he just follows us.
Of course.
Lovely.
Mm.
If
I'll
you
tell him
wanna
to
take
follow you
this-
specifically.
V, if you want to. Oh, Irene, you can take the stake as well.
Let V do it.
Oh, do I need to make a check for that or do I just.
No, it's quite easy.
Cool.
You
I immediately put my hand to make sure he doesn't sit up when it happens.
it's a very interesting sensation, V. You pull out the stake, and he doesn't move. He remains limp.
He was already in torpor before we did this. So,
Correct.
well, yeah. Gonna pocket the
Oh,
stake.
Someone's gonna need to feed him some blood to wake
Yeah,
him
I
up
think
if you
I'll-
want to
Oh.
do this.
Can we just
Oh.
pretend he's like Weekend and Bernie him and make him look like he's drunk?
Very true. But I need him to give this letter.
I can give him some blood if you want.
Can we do that when he's
If you're okay
inside
with that.
so he literally cannot escape?
It'll be fine.
He won't escape.
He
Okay.
won't escape if he knows what's
You're right.
going on.
And I don't want to do blood transfusioning inside Succubus Club either.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
if it's not an Elysium night. Alright,
It is not.
I'll and give him some. I don't know if this will work.
Some good stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's got any higher blood potency than you or anything.
Hmm.
We're about to find out.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Your blood potency is 3.
Yes.
Strong.
Yeah, you do wake him out of torpor.
Yeah.
And
Put my hand.
so you gain hunger. He's going to lose
Yep.
a hunger as he awakens with your blood in his system.
Mhm.
His eyes
Now,
open.
Walter.
There's the boom of Daunt that just explodes out in
Yeah.
panic, and it's hard to look at him properly.
Yeah. Walter, I need you to calm down right now. We're at the Succubus Club.
He
I-
looks wild-eyed, grabs part of the car, and just says, "Look at me when you talk to me.
I am. I'm
Oh,
like
that's-
locking
that's-
eyes
Make
with him.
a
Just like,
check." As
Yeah,
he
you
have-
gaze
he's
on
using-
you.
oh,
Oh,
oh.
good. This is
Let's see. Dread goes. You need to make
Composed
a
presence.
composed resolve against his charisma presence.
Alright.
Charisma presence.
This boy. I swear.
He's a bit hungry too.
Ah.
I know exactly what to do if he does this.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
Did
Ugh.
he roll well?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna roll them.
That sounds like a really good roll.
Yeah, it's a double crit, messy crit.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
He's gonna suffer the
Yeah.
ventral compulsion.
Mm.
Oh
Dominus.
gosh.
That'll make it really difficult for him.
Yeah.
Indeed. He's going to suffer the
Yeah,
negative
gonna be
2
having a
dice
fun
penalty on until he commands someone without using a discipline.
Discipline.
What's his total?
10.
Lol.
I can give you a messy crit too, Jack.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Wait, no, I'm gonna use one
What
of
does Dread
my
Gaze do? It's
special willpowers.
Okay?
Please.
Sure.
Yes.
Damn.
I was gonna say, can we use our special willpowers to make you re-roll?
No.
Damn.
Isn't how a reroll works. at
Okay,
all.
and
Oh.
give me a messy critical.
I'll give you a messy critical.
That
Good.
puts me at 11 with a messy critical.
11.
Damn.
At any cost, baby.
I
You're
feel
like,
bad using a
absolutely
willpower
not.
against you. I don't think that I should.
How
but, you
about
know, I'm gonna leave
let's
it with the
negotiate
dice.
then? Would it be possible if with my messy critical,
Exceeded a cost?
well, I win already, but
No, I've got 3 dice that I can reroll with willpower.
okay.
Which
How about I want to burn his eyes out. I want a scorpions touch his fucking eyes.
Well, let's see if his willpower is gonna
But
succeed.
then
do that
Dominate won't work on
after.
him.
Oh yeah,
girl.
no, we need his eyes
No.
slightly intact.
I left it to the dice. He ties. It goes to you because you are the player.
Cool.
So you get
Nice.
11. You got a messy crit.
Mhm.
Yes.
For this scene, your
Shen-
Tremere Clan Compulsion is going to activate perfection.
Clan compulsion against clan compulsion.
Indeed.
Yep.
Love it.
As you tie against each other, his presence is overwhelming for a moment, but you manage to push it down. Your teeth do come out as you do so,
Yeah.
and he does see it. You can see a bit of smug satisfaction on his face as his own fangs start to come out. You can see the both of them locking wills together. It's a standstill. You don't run. Neither does he.
In that case, I'll be like, I'll just push his head to the side and whisper straight into his ear. I'm calling in my major boon, you fucking maggot. You're going to go inside. You're going to hand this letter to the prince. If you don't do that, we will drag your lifeless body in there, and the letter will be in your stupid fucking eyes. Do you understand? And if this doesn't go perfectly, my God, you're going to pay for it.
He says, fine, I'll do it.
He's lied before. Can I tell if
He has
he's
lied
lying?
on every single occasion.
He's lied
Always
before.
seems
Like,
to.
what do you mean before?
We can
Can
march him
I-
in there.
I know
Can I
that
make
he's
a
lying, but
wisdom?
can I confirm that he's lying?
You
Insight?
In-
look,
Insight?
you-
Yeah.
You can make a wit's insight to confirm it, but you
Yeah.
can certainly make an assumption.
Yeah.
Always
Have
assume
my
he's
insight
lying.
too. Have an extra.
Yeah, have some insight from me as well.
He is going to
And me.
calculate this
And
way.
you.
He has a -2. You also have a -2 as well. Don't forget.
Everyone's got the
Plus-
negative
Your
2.
perfection.
Plus,
Oh,
Yeah. 6?
yeah. He's got a bestial failure. He's going to make a rot check.
But
he is scared.
Which is 5. He's going to have difficulty 3.
Frickin'
He pushes
Fleetness.
up and he starts to run as if you can. I
Yeah.
imagine.
like
Irene,
holding
what-
him down.
Fleetness.
How strong are you, Joseph?
Well, as in, like, I had him, and then I turned his head.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you were holding
strength
him.
athletics
Yeah,
against him.
Oh,
Yikes.
We're both very weak
I
individuals.
don't think he's
think.
going to get very far anyway.
Yeah, I just
Irene
rolled
just
three.
like,
Irene.
I
Oh, he's
I have
not
an
even, he's not
idea.
even that strong anyway either. But neither of you are very physically strong.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh, we both have
Christ.
-2s to our roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Lol.
Holy
Yeah, I've activated fleetness. I'm succeeded on the rouse check. Prepping for
I'll
this.
activate pardons as well. Why
Um,
not?
What did?
Hell yeah.
He got a 1 and a bestial failure.
Okay. I'm going to rouse because I got. No, mate.
All you need is 1 to tie.
I
Goes
just
to you.
need 1. That's just like a 6.
That's one.
So I got 1 6 attack.
You managed to keep him. As he starts to flail wildly, his fangs come out. He pushes, he shoves. You manage to keep him down, but he is not in his right mind at all. He is also
Yep.
suffering a bunch of compulsions. It's like he is under dementation attack almost in many ways. He is flailing wildly, kicking, screaming loudly to get out of this scenario.
Brain soup.
I said this was meant to go perfectly, and I'm just going to spit Scorpion's Touch on him.
Make a
Because he's
rouse
pretty
check.
weak, right?
He's only taken a bit of damage from the stake,
Um,
so he's not that weak.
He's got fortitude. He's a venturer.
Yeah.
should I Baal's Caress instead?
You can if you want.
It's up to you. You're the one that's like pissed
Yeah.
the fuck off.
The
It's
longer
hard for
you-
me to beat his
isn't
eyes.
To
Dominate him.
plan! And I think I'm gonna drip it into his ear.
Okay.
Oh, that's fucking rough.
Yeah.
The success on the rouse check
Yeah.
needs to make
Difficult as he is flailing.
Strength and blood sorcery.
So Baal's Caress. He needs to make Stamina Occult. Stamina. He is rolling all hunger dice at this point.
Lovely.
Huh. Yeah, no occult. Incredible. Who would have guessed?
Hey,
All
the one
hunger
upside.
dice. He's got 3 successes.
I got 4. Cool.
4 successes. I believe that means you beat him by 1, which is 1 aggravated damage.
Cool. Now he needs to make another check to not do the torpor thing.
Do the torpor thing.
Takes
Not the
aggravated
torpor.
ness. They roll a contest again. On a win, the vampire enters torpor. When next they go to
Next,
sleep.
they fall asleep.
Okay, so do that check again. This will be 2 on that one.
3.
Yep. So next time he goes to sleep, he will fall into torpor.
Cool.
For however long.
If he's still alive.
And I think I'll just say, do what I fucking say!
As it burns, he screams louder and he starts to push even harder. He is under the influence of Rotshrek, and he will do whatever it takes to get out of that scenario.
I'll basically, I don't know, try and close the fucking boot of the car.
Yeah. You close the boot of the car. You can hear banging and scratching and shrieking as the car sort of bounces up and
Yeah.
down with the force.
Wow.
Do you guys want to handle this?
Handle what?
I don't know. He's not going to listen to me.
No.
He's not going to listen to anyone currently.
You can still give the prince the letter, and he can just be in our boot. It's just not him giving the prince the letter. You
Should
can
I-
just say, "Oh, I found this letter. It's addressed to you."
Should I do that now?
If you'd like.
It's your blood magic
if you
on it.
want
I mean,
him to be with you, well, when it happens,
I think I just wanted him to be there.
he'll calm down from Rotrek eventually.
Yeah, but yeah.
He'll probably go into torpor again, but
Very true.
honestly, who cares?
Should we leave him here? What are the chances of him breaking out?
Well, I don't want to say how you could break out because I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
Most
you
of
can
these
break out of a
weapons
boot.
are boots. Yes.
and I also think now that his other friends are looking for him, he won't last particularly long.
Oh
on the
yeah.
streets.
don't know if we mentioned, but
One Eye K is
King wants him
gonna
dead.
kick
Right.
his ass.
Felix did a very good impression of our friend Walter on the
Yeah.
phone.
It was
With
incredible.
a little bit too much spine, actually.
Mm.
He did
Don't-
an impression that got Walter on the no-no list from the
Right.
Nihilists.
I came here for a reason, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Clan with Sierra first. Okay.
I might
I'm gonna
wait by
go.
the car then.
Can you dominate people while they're in terror frenzy?
It's difficult because catching their eye is quite difficult. It's certainly possible. The beast is more likely to listen to you in that sort of moment. Is they're quite, in survival, fight or flight or freeze.
Okay.
But it is possible.
I can try and get him to follow you, Joseph.
As much as I really, truly wish that he would, it was overly dramatic and it was spiteful. I don't need him to be there. I can get someone, Damien, to come out. What matters is this. This isn't going to plan, so I'm just going to do the things that I can control.
Okay. Whatever you want.
Thank you. And he is going to go inside, and if anyone wants to come with him, they can.
He's gonna sit on the bird again.
Okay.
Felix is gonna wait with V just in case someone shows up.
Please don't feed together.
We're not going to.
Irene, are you going inside as well?
I'll wait with V.
Okay. So, inside the Succubus Club, it is bumping, it is loud, it is impossible to get anywhere without bumping into people, moving them out of the way. It seems to be a particular dress-up night. A lot of people are wearing sort of glow-in-the-dark whites and those sorts of, those lights that make everything glow super.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a
super bright.
blacklight party.
Blacklight party, that's exactly it.
Mm.
And it is everything is bright and shiny. It's almost too much for the eyes in many cases. And as you're making your way around, you can see Toreador all around, except for Kathy Glenn's, Damien, Brian, and Nero are all together in the corner. They seem to be discussing something, talking about some things. Kathy is very clearly ordering some things, taking a marker, writing some things down, and then making notes. And you can see Sierra is milling about by the bar. She seems to be alone.
If
Yeah.
Joseph is here to talk to Sierra, I'll go with him. I won't stay
Yeah.
with V.
So
Yeah, you can stay with Sierra after I'm
Yeah.
going to see the prince.
So you make your way through here. I imagine
Yeah,
you announce
little
yourself
wave
to
to Annabelle.
Annabelle. Yep, she's so busy dancing, but she does flick her eyes towards you, give you a bit of a wave, whispers to some of the other kindred near her, and continues to dance with everybody.
Still got a few more, I think a couple more weeks left
do.
on that minor
You
boon.
do.
Oh my god, look, he's so
Lovely.
handsome. And I'm like, yes!
So you make your way to Sierra Van Buren.
Yeah. Good evening, Sierra. You look lovely.
Ah, Joseph, Irene, how are you both? Sierra is wearing a very casual. This time you've never seen her this casual before, Irene. She's wearing jeans and a black tank top. It's not
That's
much.
gross.
It's very strange. It's very bizarre. She seems as unhappy as you do.
I have a little bit of business to talk to you about, if that's okay.
Of course. Are we talking upstairs business or?
Very upstairs business, unfortunately.
God forbid that I get torn away from this party. Let us go. And takes you up to the third floor, actually, the upper room that is sound sealed and everything. And she quickly takes a seat down and ruffles her hair up and looks at the tank top and sighs.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, just restricted. I hate this choice. I
One
lost
that
a
you
bet
made?
I lost a bet
Ah.
with Annabella. Now I have to wear this tonight.
Well, that's your own fault.
Yes, don't remind me.
Well, I have something that will take your mind off that.
Please.
In short, there is a force in the city trying to separate the Lasombra from the Camarilla.
Which one?
Spark in nature, possibly independent.
Shit.
Yes. There's iconography in the, I think it was northern suburbs or western,
Yeah.
of Peter Pan, and the shadow being separated from Peter Pan, evidently representing the Lasombra.
That can't be right. We got rid of all of them, didn't we, Irene? We got
Mm.
rid of all of them.
I thought so too. But
Mhm.
there's been one who's been fairly persistent with trying to get to me
And you.
and you. Because he
What?
wants to get to Tally, but he
Yeah.
hasn't got the courage to just go straight for him.
Shit.
Yes. He attacked
Yep.
our haven. That's not what well, it is important, but I need you to be aware of that fact that you're in increased danger. I know you've been in danger this entire time,
Fabulous.
but
Hmm.
you'll get a little quieter. Oh, actually, no, we're alone in this room, right?
Yes.
Soundproof room.
Right. We have information about Son.
She perks
The-
up. She sits up straight up. Turns.
The
in
Primogen
her seat
Council
towards
cannot
you.
have odd numbers.
Yes, that's right. So that decisions can be made.
If dirt comes up about Son and an opening occurs, would you be ready to fill it if I put your name forward?
I certainly would be, but the prince will never push that so quickly along.
Yes. But he will when he knows that the Lasombra are trying to be separated from the Camarilla, an idea that he signed off on. In short, we need to bolt the Lasombra to the Camarilla as quickly as possible to
And the
ensure
prince
that,
is very eager to make progressive decisions as well.
yes.
He's not going to make a lot of friends doing that.
Has he made any friends? Honestly.
He's definitely made a friend of our clan.
Exactly. He's going to want to. He doesn't want to solidify it too quickly. Why do you think I introduced the Banu Hakim along with me?
They've been trying for that for a long time.
Yes.
Unlike us, How long has it been? A couple of months?
Yeah, the Banu Hakim take a lot longer to do things.
The Banu Hakim also have been waiting. They have been the most resistant to your introduction because they didn't have a position. Now that they have a position, that resistance is gone or lessened. Your chances are much higher now.
I would say a little higher. The Banu Hakim want to keep this thunder, this resounding power that they've gotten with this movement and with them joining the Camarilla. And us, my clan, joining has put a huge damper on that. And they don't like that. I think their resistance is going to be even stronger at this moment. As much as you might like Khadijah and see her as a strong person, I think she's going to be one of the hardest ones to convince.
Of course.
She is one person, though.
We don't need to convince her, we need to convince the rest of them.
That's right.
But the fact that they have a premium means your chances are higher.
I don't like those odds, but whatever you say.
If there is a sudden loss of a Primogen, I don't think anyone in the Malkavians is going to be able to fill that position.
Can you think of anyone?
Bronwyn, but she doesn't really...
Doesn't like politics.
No.
The only other option is to lose another Primogen. And that would garner the prince far less favor,
Then to put another one in.
would be less bad.
I don't think the prince is going to want to lose anyone.
Exactly.
For now.
This is a lot of dirt.
I would very much hope so that you've either, you know,
We brought a recording with us, didn't we?
We did.
I hope that you have either caught him breaking multiple pillars, or that he's eating people, or
Dementation on the entire Malkavian clan is certainly not smiled at. It doesn't break any traditions, but it's certainly not good.
Especially when they're talking about the most important people in this organization.
I don't think the prince wants to hear about the now very common rumor that he's a Diablerist. Mm-hmm.
But the prince is going to want to know what they know.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
No. As in, he's just going to tighten the leash on the Malkavians. He's going to, if I know him, and I think I do, mostly, he will likely just order all this knowledge to be taken straight to him, rather so that the Malkavians can become some snitch network in Chicago.
Hub of resources.
Which
True.
is smart.
It is.
It's what I would do.
You're right.
What are your thoughts then?
You have to... He isn't breaking any of our rules
Any traditions.
in doing
Correct.
this. On the other
My
hand,
focus is actually on the Lasombra, not the Malkavians. I need to know how to secure you in the Camarilla.
Well, I appreciate it, Joseph. It's going to take a long time and a lot of political maneuvering.
This can be one of those, though, if we do
Yes.
it correctly.
I think...
And that's I wanted to loop you in.
Don't get me wrong. I think this is a wonderful move in the right direction because it strengthens the prince. It encourages the idea that you want the best for him. He gains more knowledge. It tightens the leash of this entire place.
Just
The
need to make sure
barrier
it
still
doesn't
remains.
tie to
It
us.
does. It makes our job both easier and more difficult at the same time.
Indeed.
But if we can get that network and use it for our advantage to find people that are doing the wrong thing, who knows?
We are good at finding people.
Yes, apparently you are.
No one's gonna trust the Malkavians after this.
Yeah,
No.
but how do we...
Which
what
makes
other
their job a lot
moves-
harder, by the way.
Yes. What moves do you think... What have you been working on to get closer into the Camarilla?
Buttering up the Ventru, telling them how to do their businesses properly, because apparently none of them know how the goddamn stock market really works. So,
Have you been speaking to any of the other clans?
not so much. I
I
tend to
don't
stay away from
mean to be rude, but I worked from the bottom. I worked with everybody except the Ventru, and I got 2 people into the Primogen Council.
No offense, Joseph, but your clan was already established. and has been established for a long time.
Yes.
This is a far more difficult job for us than it was for you.
Yes, and that is another point in that I am part of an established clan, a pillar of the Camarilla, Primogen, and your ally. This is your contact with the Tremere. And I want to know how I can help you. Because the Ventru, while very influential, will absolutely spit you out the minute they figure out how the stock market works.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm so sorry, but you're a Lasombra. You aren't officially in yet. And these people are trying to get you out. And not just out, they're going to torture you just to get to your sire. The Ventru won't protect you from that.
I'm not sure what you're implying, Joseph.
I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to get you and Irene.
Then
safe.
please understand that this will not happen overnight.
I understand.
That's
I need to know how the Tremere play into your plan.
right now.
Do they?
They don't.
They
I'm
don't.
afraid. Right now,
How might
I am establishing boons. I am establishing working relationships. I am being
Mhm.
helpful to these people, these kindred.
It is the same thing we are all doing in different ways.
Exactly right. While you gather kindred and bring them
Hmm.
here, I gather information, useful knowledge, and political maneuvering that I give straight to the prince. He gives me more influence, more power, and we have a working relationship. I serve heads on platters, and I get more influence
Very
because of it.
useful ability. Perhaps the
You
question
muted
is not.
Alex.
Maybe we should give her Walter's head to give to the prince.
We've already got a way to get
We've
rid
already.
of Walter.
Yeah.
Could look better coming from Sierra.
What I need from your coterie is something solid on Jason Newberry. Something concrete that I can take to the prince on a beautiful silver platter and open it up with his head on it.
That can be arranged.
Tradition breach is what you mean.
Yes.
Masquerade.
Evidence that he's done something worse than that.
Something
what you mean.
worth being punished for.
Hat would know.
Don't talk to
There
Knuckles.
is not exactly anything that we have on him on tradition, in all honesty.
No, I imagine it would be very difficult to find. I know I'm
He's a very
asking a
smart
lot.
man.
Yes. I'm asking a lot from you. Perhaps I should be sending my ghouls to investigate this instead.
You don't want to get yourself in trouble. One of the things I'm going to do right now, I'm not sure how much it really is a boon. You and I are going to work together. You're very good in the political sphere. I, while local, could always use the help. I'm not very good speaking with Ventru. You're in with the Ventru, you know money. I'm not great with money. If we work together, you are seen with me, a generally likable person, somewhat. And it gives us an excuse to talk about a way to take down Jason Newberry and attach the Lasombra to the Camarilla better without drawing suspicion to each other. It's very clear that I am very close with Irene. It makes sense that I also be close with you.
You do realize that can also harm you politically, being seen with both of us.
Do you think I care, honestly? I brought the Banu Hakim up with me. I have thin bloods working for me. I worked from the bottom deliberately.
So those rumors are true. Right.
Yes. And look where it got me.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, I would love to work with you, Joseph. I'm sure everything you have said is correct and true, and Irene trusts you. I trust Irene. But I can't be seen with you, I'm afraid.
Because
Your association with the Thin Bloods has it makes you a laughingstock, Joseph.
you have ghouls, don't you?
Ghouls are different.
How?
They have our powers, they do what we say, and have our blood.
These thin bloods do exactly as I say.
Do they?
They have more diverse powers than me.
Do they?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And change
If the
anything.
Camarilla can't see the Thin Bloods as a resource to be used, then fine.
When you can tell an entire room of the richest people to jump off a building and they do it, do you think you need anyone else? When you can sustain an explosion, all the fire, the building collapsing on you and walk away unscathed, do you think they need those? When you can rip a human or a kindred apart in a second, do you think they need them? Or travel over 50 feet, 50 meters in a blink of an eye? They are so far beyond. We are so far beyond them.
Sierra, be careful.
I have also
What?
been doing a little bit of reading recently. And yes, we do need them. Because when
Right.
Kane comes back, we're going to need everything
What?
we need.
Jesus Christ!
Joseph.
And he very deliberately says that. So you can see
We're
there's
done.
a lot more
We're
going
done
on.
here. She stands up, flicks her hair back, looks at Irene. Your faith is misplaced. And storms out of the room. And there is a slam of the door, which echoes through the room as you two are left alone.
Just something to think about now.
Whereas if we come from this apart, you can't just do that. Especially when we've tried so hard to get away from it.
Yes. And
And
trying
she
so
was
hard.
new and not ready for any of that. And it weighs extremely heavily on someone like her.
Yes. She needs to bear a bit of weight, and then we will revisit it in time. Also, her being angry at me, her not speaking with me, her avoiding me, means that my reputation with the Thin Bloods won't affect her. It means that the standing of the La Sombra will increase because she will be avoiding me and speaking ill of me. It will be clear that she doesn't want anything to do with me. Her political standing will not reduce. I don't do that to hurt her. I
Well,
did
you
it to make sure
did.
that I'm short-term pain so that she avoids me is better for your clan. It will take a couple nights and she'll forget I even said that.
You're so sure about that.
No, I'm not
I'm sure
quite
it
sure about that.
works.
Cutting.
But you can understand why I did it.
I can
can't
to
be
a certain
faked.
extent.
Her
I don't
pretending
think it was necessary.
No, it was over the top. I didn't have to say it, but she was speaking so grandiose as if the world's ending and people still talking like Kindred are. Oh, we're the peak. We're able to do all of these things. We don't need the Thin Bloods. When in the exact same breath they fear Thin Bloods. Is so.
Mm.
It doesn't make sense.
And she was talking straight out of her past as well. She just didn't
It-
realize that she was.
So I showed her the mirror.
And she ran away.
It will give her something to think about.
Yeah. And Camarilla and Lasombra aren't used to looking at their reflections, I suppose.
If you don't remember where you're coming from, you just end up there again. I would know.
Cutting away for a brief moment. Back at the slamming and moving trunk where
Yeah,
Felix
sitting
and
on
V sit. Are you two having any conversation between each other?
Felix would probably explain what happened at the church.
Oh yeah, cool. She's just
And
going
just be
through her
like,
notes as she's saying this.
why is it every time I need to feed, I just end up going crazy and chomping on someone? I didn't used to be like this. I used to be able to get plenty of juice from a bag, and then it all changed in the Week of Nightmares, and
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Closes notebook.
Okay.
So you don't talk about that night a lot, because I'm sure that's highly traumatic for you.
Well, I don't remember a whole lot. So
Don't remember a whole lot as in like a trauma response, or don't remember a whole lot as in a forget?
I honestly don't know. It could either be either of them, really.
Do you know if any other Ravnos made it out? Have you met many afterwards?
I had a friend down in New Orleans. Actually, that was one of the reasons why I ended up coming up here. The prince down south didn't particularly appreciate two Ravnos being in the same city.
I
Seems
wonder
like
why.
we had some good times together. I mean, it just also happens that good times for us means little bit of chaos in the city. So he decided one of us had to move on. So I mean, I decided I might be the better person to go because I wanted to come up and see what was happening in Chicago, this bright, glittering gem of a city that everyone keeps talking about.
As
But
the two of you are having a conversation between each other, there's a voice in between you both that speaks in hushed tone. Why is it whenever I find you that something strange is going on?
Do we know who it is? From that voiceover?
You can make you can make a insight check to try and figure out who it is.
Lovely.
Clearly, when you look around, there's nobody there.
You can have a dot from me.
Oh,
Is it best boy Khaled?
I hope it's him and not the person I think it is.
Voice isn't quite as deep, low, and slowed down as Khaled.
Damn.
I'm gonna rouse.
It can only be bad
Don't need
then.
much.
If it's not Khaled, it's
I
bad.
think it might be. Oh no.
Just need 3.
Just 3.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use a
Oh
willpower
my
because I want
Oh my god! Not this.
I'm rolling like shit. It's so
You
bad.
can just ask.
Who's
Yeah, 2
who's there?
successes.
Who's there? Who calls out this fun evening?
Well, you
Obviously,
guys
you're not a foe.
really rely on Joseph's eyes, don't you?
I I guess we kind of do.
Hang on. Look away for a second.
Is it Monica?
As you look away, look back, there's this average-looking person sitting on top of the car, sort of next to you. Very forgettable, John Smith sort of character. It's me,
Cedric?
Monica.
Oh, what?
Come on.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, man. You're right. I
None
should
of us
know.
have the eyes at all. Like,
What other Nosferatu approaches you like me? Come on.
Literally
Uh,
everyone.
a guy with a sword.
You would be
Wait, what?
surprised. Yeah, Nathaniel once pulled this trick on us in a cab, actually.
Oh,
Did I tell you
Yeah.
about that? I think I did.
Lord,
Yeah. Fuck that
Oh
guy.
yeah, he fucking hates us. Oh god.
Can you explain why the trunk is kicking so much?
Oh, we've got someone in there.
I'm not surprised.
Spera. Yeah, it's a special delivery.
Yeah, we're waiting for the ARK.
Uh-huh. Well,
I think, yeah.
It's a piece of trash. You don't have to worry.
I mean, I've turned away some kind, but if someone comes to get their car, they're gonna see you sitting on top of a trunk that's moving.
Do you want to help us get him inside the building then?
I mean, not really.
We were gonna hand him
really
over.
should not bring him in. He's in a frenzy. We
Oh,
should
yeah.
not bring them into a succubus. No.
Yeah, probably. Not.
Annabelle already. We
Annabelle
already
would
owe
take
Annabelle,
their head off.
True.
which I would.
Would you
should
like
be
to put a
allowed to.
stake in him?
I've
Then he'd
put the
stop
stake
moving.
Before, but
I do that
we
enough.
can't-
I don't need
it's a
to.
masquerade breach.
You might enjoy staking this particular fellow.
I think I've had enough of it. It's very disturbing the way that their body just ridges up and falls over. I don't like
It is a bit concerning, isn't it? I don't like the look of it either myself. It just doesn't sit right with me. But what brings you out here tonight anyway, Wanaka?
Well,
Sure. I mean, our company is always, delightful, I'm sure, but
there was an
Oh,
incident
my
with a
goodness.
car, and now the car park is being investigated.
Makes
constantly.
sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Makes
here.
sense.
oh, so you're keeping eyes on what's going on out here.
Yeah, I drew the short straw, and I've got car park duty tonight.
I'm sorry, friend. That does suck.
Yeah. Well, at least you're here, and
Yeah.
we can talk
Can
about
keep you company for a
Yeah.
bit.
God.
Yeah. Has there been anything going on since all that ruckus?
Not really. Everything's been pretty quiet, and thank God, because everybody's so on edge, thinking that something's
Oh?
gonna happen.
Anything
yeah.
in particular that people are worried about? I mean, there's so many. The list goes on, right? But
What's it this week?
yeah, what's the flavor of the month?
Well, it's the Anarchs this month. Everybody's concerned that they're gonna do something.
I mean, sure. I guess the question is what, right? That's what's
That's
on
what-
everyone's lips.
That's what they're worried about is
Yeah.
what,
Yes.
when, how.
Yet, I don't think they like
or
having
why.
a few of theirs on a blood hunt list.
Mm.
That's understandable, but I don't like any of it. It's all very messy.
Something seems to have heightened tensions between the Cam and the Anarchs recently. You wouldn't know what that is, would you? Other than the bar
Other than
incident.
Vodka?
It was the bar incident.
Huh.
I was
And
first.
bef- Oh yeah.
Felix, you called me.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Sorry, Wanaka. Felix did not tell us that he called you.
I didn't call you.
You
I contacted you, but I didn't call you.
was it a
Felix
call?
told us that
got
he
a lot of
wasn't
calls tonight.
there.
Mm.
I'm gonna go. You two deal with this. I'm gonna go check out that car over there.
Yeah, sorry, Wanaka.
Vanishes.
He's just like,
"Oh,
footprints-
you contacted me."
Footprints in the snow as he disappears. They sort of stop and they keep going.
Oh.
Felix, is this why Duncan McTavish is on our ass?
I don't know. I just told Wanaka he was there. I thought
you-
he'd want to go and talk to him.
Yeah, he's on a fucking blood hunt. Of course he'd want to talk to him. He's a hound now.
Yeah,
Part
but
of
I
his
mean,
old job.
the reason I told Wanaka is because he's a Nosferatu. He always handles things subtly. He never goes in guns blazing.
But he's a hound now.
Yeah, that doesn't change the way he handles things.
Did you call him or did you text him?
I just texted him.
Which means Gabriella has a version of it as well, which means
She's
that
an
she
Nos
would have
too.
Yeah, that doesn't.
He's a hound.
Wanaka just got the position of hound. He just got the position of hound. Do you think he's going to do things by the book because he just got the position of hound? Yes, he is.
He's gonna do things to the best of his ability.
Oh my goodness.
He's a man who exercises
Duncan
his own
had-
judgment.
all the right to shoot us. We were giving him so much shit, but he was completely in the fine. Like, oh my! Did you not think to talk to us about this?
Just
Uh,
let
were
Monica
staying
know. He's my
there.
friend.
There's this soft, reserved voice that comes from this woman standing over to the side. She's wearing this like very sort of, you know, those Russian like coats that are really close, a little hat as well, and the mittens that are all very fuzzy, covering her entire body. It's Sun Chi. She's sort of standing there,
Oh,
sort of shivering a little bit. Are you two okay?
Oh,
hi. Yeah, we're fine. It's fine.
You're really loud.
what?
We just had a little bit
Oh,
of a
sorry.
disagreement. I'm
It's-
sorry about
I
that.
get it. It happens with family.
Are you okay? You look quite cold. Come
I
over
sh-
here. Come sit with us.
I shouldn't be. I think I'm just acting it, and I can't stop now.
Oh, well, I
Let's,
mean, blending in is good, right?
mhm.
I guess so.
What brings you out here this evening? It's an odd place for you to be wandering around.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's a little troubling.
Ah,
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm here.
What were
okay.
you last thinking of that you can remember? Sometimes we walk through doors and forget why we were going through them.
Yeah, I was walking into the Succubus Club, and now I'm here.
Huh.
you're walking into the Succubus Club and now you're here.
Yep.
Okay.
This isn't. Oh,
Is that not your coat?
it's. Don't tell anyone. It's not mine.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I've occasionally wandered out with someone else's belongings myself, so we'll keep this between you and me.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what time you entered by any chance? Like, what time you were planning on arriving?
It was just the earliest convenience. That's all.
I'm
You
just
trying
trying to
meet
figure out
someone?
how long you've been dissociated. Trying to help
I-
put the pieces together.
Talked to a few people. I don't really
Mhm,
remember
mhm.
much. Do you mind if I just sit with you for a little while?
Of course not. Pull up
Aw.
a bit of car.
The
Felix will
A
like
bit
trunk
sharp.
bumps, but she sort of